Druid is still deaf mute, by the way.
Yeah, also he's like BRB'd.
Darn, he'll be back. Oh god. So, dead babies happen.
What else actually happened last session?
Is that the whole summary?
No. So, after dealing with the town, having a nice wonderful feast, and getting to meet Alea, and figuring all these wonderful things happening about, and getting to know each other pretty well, you found out that one of the gnolls that had slipped into town was trying to steal your chickens after he prominently disturbed them and made them start clucking and barking really loudly. To which Ruka immediately ran out there, because damn, those are his chickens and those are his friends. So, after rescuing the chickens and calming them down so they don't scatter everywhere and panic, managed to get them back with a little bit of extra feed. And then everyone went to check out what was going on, as well as Ghost went to bring the evidence of the gnoll to the guards, found out the other guards that were stationed there were dead. After dealing with the other gnoll that was hidden away surprisingly well, but failed to take a shot at Ghost while he was, searching around, finished off him, and then everyone quickly started putting two and two together, realizing that there's more and more tracks, following them out towards the farmlands, and seeing that there's larger tracks in a larger group that broke away towards the other farm.
Ew.
Fucking pops up. Babies are dying. After going to see one of the other farmhouses closer towards the small glade, you found the druid Fenrir, very bloodied, beaten, battered, trying to crawl his way towards the farmhouse. You could tell that he had attempted to initially stop them and send warning, but unfortunately there was way too many. And you saw why immediately after, that even with some of his abilities, that the various amount of gnolls as well as a troll is what initially had brought him down. After quickly slaying the troll and going after the gnoll boss, there was a few others that had stepped out of the house that had extra cargo. Some realized it, some didn't, and a lightning bolt was flung. After the aftermath of the lightning bolt, you realized that the small baby inside the package of the Gnoll's backpack and carrier was now burnt to a crisp. After which, Ruka quickly took out his diamonds, and his hands, looking almost like starlight in the night, managed to bring it back just in time, though obviously going to be a little scarred and hurt, but still alive. The mother grateful. Unfortunately, the husband dead inside. The lander had just arrived, and Athlin seems to have walked away.
I'm pretty sure the captain just got there. I don't think he saw the skewering. That would be a hell of a way, just like casually watch.
Hey!
I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
So.
Like that one time at Saltmarsh, you summoned a kraken.
Sounds like a time at Saltmarsh.
The saltiest of marshes.
Summon Kraken, like try.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I summoned the best Kraken this city has ever seen.
Guess no
Ruka
one
Tristan.
told you that life is gonna be this way.
Good lord.
Uh,
And what were you asking? You?
I was saying, did we see any gnolls? I missed that. Okay. Like, we killed this one off, but do we know if there's any more in the city?
As far as you could tell, especially with the larger force and the only break-off path being this one, you're pretty sure this was the remainder of it.
They're on the 10th level. Thousands of gnolls.
Thousands of battle gnolls.
was he bringing additional wizards?
He didn't say.
Pre-session memeing always happens. You can't ever stop it. Is that new commander? That wasn't his portrait before.
How fucking shocked he is at this dead baby. I mean, a very alive baby.
100% alive.
Do I recognize any of the guys?
Two of them you recognize. Hey, what?
Oh, okay.
There's been a null invasion. We took care of it. There have been a few casualties.
Well, thank you. We'll try and fix what we can, but should all get to safety. We'll be checking out the rest of the glade just to make sure that there's nothing else nearby. Thank you again, and apologies for the other watches that were posted up around here.
Wait, you apologizing for that?
Clearly, even with the report saying, obviously you really shouldn't have to worry about it if this is your first instinct to gnolls in town.
Ruka rolls his eyes, but since they're solid black, nobody can see the difference.
Steven today.
My God.
L.
Ew, I can't believe you posted up extra guards.
Are you apologizing to me? Ew.
L. You should head back to safety. If there is a larger group, I don't want you getting hurt, and I would prefer to have you protecting the town. As much as I know it's not a request I should really be making right now.
If you are formally requesting that we protect the town, will there be some form of compensation for how?
Of course.
Very well done. I assume that you can clean up the rest of the mess that you did up.
We will have it handled.
Make sure to look after the woman back there. Make sure she gets everything taken care of.
Of course. At this point, you can see a lot of the guards sweeping around the town. Some going through, fine-tooth comb, others that are just checking on the other civilians that have lost a great deal today, and even a lot of livestock.
Should probably head back.
Yeah, probably. It is late anyways. Fenrir, do you want to come stay at our house for the evening, or you...
That'll be alright. I just need to take it easy for a little while.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm sure that my friends can keep an eye on me well enough. I don't want to trouble you too much. He kind of pats one of the frogs there coming over and sits beside him.
let me know and I can drop by the station.
We would appreciate that just for documentary. Yeah. We need to know what happened.
Alright, let's get going then.
He's our special boy.
Yo, they killed babies out here. I didn't sign up for this in the hood.
Actually, yeah, before we leave, I'm gonna go find the woman and the baby and fix up the baby so it isn't barely alive.
So, especially at the the fact of at the fact that it is a little scarred, it immediately mends over and
Does it have a Harry Potter lightning bolt?
I was gonna say, does he have really hard his forehead?
It's Harry Potter!
The boy who lived.
She's Voldemort.
He has trees down his spine.
Did Aleo just disintegrate?
Yes.
yep.
Did she just get Thanos?
Aleo literally melted in place based upon what happened.
Aleo?
Oh no.
Charisma
Oh
dropped.
no.
Charisma
This
dropped to
woman's
zero.
gonna fucking kill me.
Let me roll the stealth.
Dun dun!
There we go. Alea's stealth is 25.
Maka's coming back and she's just like, I just really wanted to check on my extended family and their newborn child.
What? Never come out. Never happened again.
It wasn't me. By the way, I gotta go.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
people need me, I guess. Bye.
Again.
Mako just comes up, just dragging a nobody. The fuck is happening?
Useless.
Mako, you're back!
Ruka, yeah, care to explain what's going on?
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Oh no!
Get the character off.
I don't really know either. We woke up at like midnight and those gnolls trying to eat our chickens, so we started killing them and we ended up here.
Damn. Well, clearly we have a pest problem we gotta take care of. Is he a new face?
Yeah, they basically hired themselves. They're very capable. This is Asha.
Hey. Not much for conversation, is he? She? He? Kinda hard to tell.
Pretty sure it's a he. I'm the expert.
Got it.
We don't really know.
Where's the athlete?
Did I roll a perception to see if she skewered the baby on purpose?
I believe you
I was
did.
pretty far away. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I rolled.
No, I'm pretty sure you rolled fucking awful for that.
Yeah, I was really far away anyways. I don't know, like, a few minutes ago, she threw her javelin at these two gnolls, and after they died, there was a baby that got hit, and I brought it
Oh
back.
shit. Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, it's alive.
Nice.
But when I looked up, she wasn't here anymore. I don't know where she went.
She probably feels guilty.
About what?
Well, you say she threw the javelin, right?
Yeah. Oh.
The javelin of lightning I gave her, the trident of lightning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, the baby's alive, right?
Only if
Yeah, anyways.
it's back. I disengage and get away from the surrounding guards.
They're closing in. We don't much like people who can bonus action disengage. It means you have to
Very shifty.
Well, you moved after disengaging. Very suspicious.
Oh, God.
You wouldn't happen to be around. That snake attack button all day.
Bet you're really good at sleight of hand.
I almost
No,
made a
not at all.
Oh, yeah, I have some stuff I want to talk to you about.
Alright.
Wait, guys.
Okay. Sit back then.
Yeah. Take care, Fenrir. Yeah. By the way, Captain, if you ever want to actually talk about what was in the report, rather than the biased end you got, just come by. She didn't much care for us.
I could tell. And it was crystal clear.
Yeah.
Crystal clear.
Crystal Clear, my cousin.
Oh, I see. My bad.
Sounds like a perfume.
Crystal Clear by Calvin Klein. So, so, as you head back, you'll find Athlon and Fox drinking a lot.
Athlon? Did you know?
Of course I knew.
Well, this is really awkward.
You knew.
Oh my god.
Hey, Athlon.
Well, Athlon, you don't really have to feel all that guilty. It's alive. Remember those diamonds I bought? I can bring people back from the dead. It's tricky, but the baby's very much alive.
That's good. That's good. You're just gonna see her, like, her hands crossed in front of her, staring at the glass she's been drinking out of. Just tiny, small, looking fragile for once.
Can I at least ask why?
Casualty. I've been playing it over in my head, and all I can. What would they have done to that child if we hadn't have gone to them first? I was young. It was quick.
They would have done nothing. Because we would save it.
You don't know that. She
They
does
could have
that.
done anything for that child. Anything that would have hurt more than what I did.
Nice shot. Wait, no. Actually, yeah, no, I'm not supposed to approve of that. Fox, don't shoot the neighbor's dog.
What?
No, please shoot that dog. Fucking hate it so much.
I am on it.
You know, I guess that a dog wasn't kind to me yesterday, yeah.
Fuck that guy. Tried to get into the chicken.
Declan, do you know what it feels like to have your flesh melted from your body from the surging electricity?
Love electricity. I know what it feels like to tortured, yes. But not like that.
Would you like to?
Do I have a choice?
Not really, no.
Alright.
Emily, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Having flesh sounds so terrible.
Yeah, don't try it.
Put down. I have no intention of killing her.
Oh, I didn't realise we'd elected ourselves to be torturers now.
But that is not torture.
You're a torturer?
I can. Gotta get information from them somehow.
Aka wasn't there for that, that's right.
She was there when Ghost arrived, never found out the truth.
Yep.
Just step up. Hold out my hand. Athlin, your hand, please.
Is this gonna damage anything indoors? Because I'm pretty sure if we ruin any of this, we're just gonna kill you.
No. I've taken a lot of time to learn to control myself.
That's fair. She'll raise her hand.
Unlike some people, I don't hit unwanted casualties.
Don't know if you can tell. Didn't have much control over that. Just a straight line of fucking pain, alright? Get it over and done with and I'll go away.
I'm aware. I'll just do a cantrip. We will zap.
Zip.
So hard.
Yes,
to
thank
roll
you.
one.
A 1 would have been great.
That's enough to kill a baby for sure.
Oh my god.
Nice, at the level now. Yeah, that'd kill a baby.
You play 20 questions. It's like, can it kill a baby?
Suppose I've been tasked by a secret organization with the murder of women.
Ow.
It's not pleasant, is it?
Look. What would you like me to say?
I'd like you to apologize.
I don't think the baby would understand. I'm pretty sure if I went anywhere near the mother, she'd have something to say about it and I wouldn't be allowed back again.
I'm pretty sure the mother didn't witness its death.
Yeah, she didn't actually see it.
Pretty sure if I go in there saying, hey, sorry I zapped your baby, there'll be issues. Like, I can't say I'm sorry. I did what I thought needed to be done.
It's lucky for you then. This worker was there to save the child's life.
Yeah. Well, the background noise was pretty chill ASMR until there was like lightning and thunder.
That baby will have a subconscious fear of lightning for the rest of its life.
Why?
never remember why, but I remember it's a deep cooking feeling.
Do I smell good right now? We should just cook some fish.
I love the smell of baked fish in the morning.
You got that white meat,
I don't know, I feel like I'm lightly fried.
but that's not how that works.
Yep.
Oh. It's been a long evening. And then there's no harm done. So anyways, Marco.
Clearly a lot happened.
Yeah, we went to the Dreadwoods, we found the vampire again.
The creeper? The weird one?
Yeah, he really likes you.
God damn it. Yeah, and?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, that, also the vampire was not the worst thing we found in that forest. It was, yeah. This town must be fucking cursed.
Yeah, I've been getting to notice that.
There's a god-slaying creature in that fucking forest, too.
Like, just walking around?
It's like in a... Remember that stone tablet we found? At the end of
Yeah.
that road. It's in there.
Oh shit, alright. Like in a tomb? Like in a dungeon?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going in there, how about that?
Yeah, I already resolved to do that. He didn't show himself, I used the mirror when he introduced himself via some kind of magic. Do not recommend.
Got it. Anything else?
Yeah. If the octopus. Other than the gnolls, we haven't really had anything major happen.
Okay. Well then, let's get some sleep. Tomorrow we're gonna go after the gnolls.
Oh.
It'll be like old times. Hey Fox, I'm sure you've been bored.
They never take me anywhere.
Shit. We gotta fix that.
Mom and Dad never take me out anymore.
I want to kill stuff too.
I'm gonna go exterminating.
You're the wrong.
Aslan. I'm gonna need that trident back.
Take it all. Okay.
Your guns and your badge.
No.
Case.
You'll see that she left it at the door.
Go grab it.
It grabs
Head
you.
up to the room. Well, shit. Head to bed. Early morning tomorrow.
Alrighty.
Josh, it's a magic item. It's
Yes.
not unbreakable, right?
You would need another magic item of equivalent power.
I get out my axe.
Just strike down on it. are you doing this inside the? Are you doing this inside the house?
Oh no.
Do I think it's going to cause an explosion?
Well, I mean, do you do it inside the house?
Yes. I do it inside the house. I do it in my room, which I believe is that living room. I don't remember exactly.
Roll me a D100. You don't want a 1 through 5.
Roll a 1, roll a 1, roll a 1. We all die.
1.
Damn it!
All right.
Oh my god.
You rolled a 1 out of 5, motherfucker!
Anything about both?
So, you break this trident in half. The magic snuffs out. Your axe is also partially in the floor.
I'll take it. Get the 2 parts. Take it up to Athlin's room. I assume she's not in there. I'll put it on the weapon rack. And I'll head to bed.
Ain't that a kick in the head?
1. Broken trident of lightning. Not just broken trident.
Busted ass tray.
Okay. Nothing with that, but that's not here. Perfect.
Alrighty.
I'll drop by the guard's place at some point and give like witness to the stuff that's happened, and I'll just conveniently leave out the deliberate murder of the baby.
Conveniently. Alright.
It never happened. Baby's alive.
It's true. Conveniently. Alrighty.
I locked my car.
Beep beep. The chickens look at you like, the fuck? Okay. So, as everyone beds down, relaxes, Fox starts sharpening his weapons.
We going hunting tomorrow.
I'd like to make some. I can make a poison grenade.
Alrighty.
Cloud.
A fish grenade?
Cloud. Yeah, that the fish grenade, and it goes.
A
bang.
poisson?
Yeah, a whole bunch of fish fly out.
Finish that croissant.
Croissant. So, go ahead and roll me that Tinker's Tools. So, manage to refill the 1 grenade that you have and get a nice packing in for the sleeping material.
Yes.
Alrighty. Just double checking. Alright. So,
Yeah, Josh.
the crime syndicate.
Yeah.
They are here. There is a small base here, but you would have to take a little bit of time to search around for it.
Right.
So, in the morning, aside from the fair amount of depression had happened from yesterday. The curious circumstances, you can see that the guards have doubled up and that there's actually a larger force and group, even a section of dwarves that have been hired to help build up better defenses around the edges and to help Fenrir a little bit more in defending and alerting the town a little bit better.
Oh, that completely reminds me. I need to hire some trees.
My God. So you're heading out to the glade?
Well, first I want to go actually ask the captain if it's okay.
Alright, so
A little more for permission.
go to alert the fireboard. Oh my God. So he looks at you like confused for a moment, like treants.
Oh yeah, like I can make a giant tree beat a man to death. I mean, they'll be like people, like they can be reasoned with and what have you. It's not like the autonomous killing machines. They are still, they'll be the same as you and me. Just I can make an unlimited amount of them. They could really help if you're short-staffed.
Roll persuasion check.
I don't even particularly want to do this.
So you can tell he's mulling it over a little bit, but he does see where you're coming from, especially after the happenings of last night. I suppose it can't be helped, especially when so many other situations call for more people at arms. And until the rest of the reinforcements arrive that I had requested from Waterdeep, I suppose I don't really have much of a choice. Though I would prefer that you keep them closer to the glade and the outer sections of town.
Yeah, of course, that's where I'll have them live. I don't think they'd very much care to see your sawmill areas.
Very much not.
The interests of a tree probably are not exactly yours.
That's why I was preferring to keep them to the glade. As long as Fenrir has no issue with it.
I'm sure he'll be fine with it. I'll go talk to him too.
Very good. So, I won't stop you. Obviously, Fenrir could also use the help in the situation after last night. That poor man has definitely been dutiful in helping the town and needs at least a moment to rest sometimes.
Oh.
Till I need to call upon you, friend. Please go show up those defenses, and I'll be sure to tell the dwarfs to keep it a wide berth while you're working.
Man, real dick move would be just to make the trees only speak Druidic. It's only me and Fenrir can talk to them.
Fenrir would probably have a blast at that.
Tree friends, tree friends.
Happy tree friends.
Ah, yeah.
So happy we all went for that. Alrighty.
Alright, let's go gnoll hunting.
Where would you like to start? Well, let me get a surrounding area for it, because obviously there's the glade, there's the area near the silver mine, and so forth.
I'd like to go to the guard, Captain.
Welcome back, Marco. Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, seems like I missed a lot.
Things are tense as we are now. Well, getting closer to our planned date with eliminating the Sahagin and trying to figure out what to do with the rest.
Well, seems the Knoll problem is going to be a little bit more pressing, so where can I start?
If you're looking for them specifically, that might be a good idea to. As far as it might be, the Drowned Forest, as they usually check from the roads up there, following a lot of the merchants.
Is that where they came from?
Most of the time, that's where they arrive from. It's fair difficult to track them, but a lot of the more starving packs seem to lurch out from there.
Alright. We'll talk about payments later.
Very well then.
Gotta loosen up with something, being back in town and all. Is there any other thing that you need to tell me?
Just to be careful after the report of what happened in the forest. There's a fair amount of undead trekking around, possibly due to vampires, but we are not entirely sure where they would be basing their armies or groups out of. And well, I would be fairly concerned with the hags, but I would imagine they're more preoccupied with the war of the vampires so they can eliminate much of the competition for control of the Dreadwood.
Got it. And with that, I'll head out.
Alrighty. So while you guys make preparations, because that's a fucking truck and a half.
So I wasn't quite clear where he was saying it. Was he saying it was fully in the Dreadwood or just on the fringes?
For the war?
For the Knolls.
The
Knolls.
Drowned Forest, which I will...
Drowned Forest. That's not marked on the map. Oh, yeah, that's a far track.
For the weeks to get out
That's like 8 weeks one way. Are you insane?
I don't know. Oh my lord, going up that way to the Drowned Forest.
You got something better to do?
Yeah, I was gonna summon an infinite amount of trees to defend the town.
Okay, how long would that take?
Oh, well, I can awaken a tree each day, so as long as I'm really willing to do it.
I'm sure they'll be fine until we get back. Come on! What's your sense of adventure? You want to settle down?
Died when I witnessed a god fucking killing other gods.
So are you scared now? A right-hand man scared?
I'm done.
I mean, at least he won't be up there, I guess.
That's the spirit.
Well, if Fox is coming, then I have to go get somebody to take care of the chickens, and I also go to the cage first.
I'll watch the chickens.
No.
Shut the fuck up. You're coming to kill things with us.
Yes! He runs off to go pack up his backpack and rations.
Oh yeah, and also, I know it's a little bit weird to request. I kinda need more diamonds.
Which... Athlete. If you want to give that a little surprise, I believe it was 100 gold diamond, right, Ruka?
Isn't Revivify at 300?
300.
300. There you are.
I was gonna say, man, I saved 100 gold on that revive, post-revive.
Oh!
You get 43% cash back when you revive an infant.
If you do it well enough, you get free, totally free Revivifies! Join the rule now! I mean...
The rule!
Come on down now, you not just get one, but two. Yes, 2 free Revivifies.
Oh yeah.
You are pre-approved for 300 gold diamonds if you call right now.
That oh yeah is actually in the commercial. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
Athlete's rich. She got all the diamonds. And,
For ultimate preparation stuff, I'm just gonna wander around.
Please, weapon.
are we doing like a few day preparation?
Few day preparation, I will be right back because I need to go handle something real quick. Apologies.
I guess at the same time, blessing. But he can begin educating them.
He definitely would be willing, especially since he's known most of the trees there for a while. He'll actually,
Yeah, I guess so.
he'll actually point 2 trees out to you that he talks to all the time.
Okay, yeah. Oh, dude, that's great. 3 known trees. It's like, yeah, I'd really like if those guys were alive. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tree gang.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. I could, in theory, revive 2 trees a day, but I'd run the risk of the staff breaking every time I did the second one, so I'm not gonna do that. The staff is very expensive. I can always do 1 a day, though, so...
1 tree a day keeps the gnolls away.
Dude, just imagine, like, you're like a gnoll raiding party, like, man, we're so hungry, but these stupid mortals aren't gonna see it coming, and then just, like, the forest next to them stands up and they're like, sup, bitch.
The real question I have is, like, there's all these magic items, and, like, yeah, someone could buy it, but it's like, if you have the key to saving thousands of lives in your shop, and you're like, sorry, only if you pay the right price. It's kind of weird.
But that is an interesting point. Is that, like, yeah, a theoretical magic shop has to have a very, like, big degree of separation from basic morality. Because, yeah, they're sitting there like, I know the city's under attack, but this +5 weapon's not coming off the shelf unless you pay me the cash.
Like, he must have a great security, because he has, like, thousands of gold in his shop at any given moment.
I mean, he's probably... I mean, actually, to be fair, he did lose a contract, so I don't know how good of a wizard he is.
I mean, exactly.
That time, Josh and I robbed a magic shop.
Maybe his only specialty is like security and wards. So when he lost,
maybe we're in the wrong line of work. Maybe we should just rob magic shops.
that would actually be kind of an interesting like fucking like heist style campaign where we just try to rob magic shops.
Yeah.
An anti-magic field. I'm pretty sure you could probably get away with it.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, yeah, that would kind of ruin it just by the base nature of magic. Everybody would just be like, okay, I prepare only Dispel Magic, Counterspell. It'd just be a bunch of wizards with Dispel Magic, Counterspell, and Anti-Magic Field.
Okay, get the fuck out of my shop. Damn it.
Anti-Magic Field, I start choking him. What you gonna do?
He sits there crying. Oh my god, done for nothing.
There was a, in 3rd edition, there was a barbarian archetype that you could put scrolls onto your skin, which 2 of which were Dimension Door and Anti-Magic Field. So the barbarian could teleport to the wizard, grab him, and Anti-Magic Field. As the wizard cries.
Holy shit, that sounds beautiful.
The wizard just cries tears of blood as they're choked to death by, like, some shithead barbarian.
Some big dumbass with a club.
Just the idea of a barbarian dimension dooring to you is pretty terrifying.
Right.
I guess in the morning, are we ever gonna talk about what happened to, like, the new guy?
I don't know. They seem pretty devastated. Why did he just left?
I'm not worried.
I can't fix everything, and I'm not some kind of an expert that can locate anybody. We just met them. They probably just decided we aren't the right group of people to hang around. Did you suggest we kill him?
I said baby killer.
No witnesses.
I feel like a number of things could happen. They could have left. Fine. Could be endangered. They could also want revenge. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if it'll really set your mind at ease, tomorrow I'll prepare my magic as we locate people and see if they're here. Okay?
That'd probably be ideal. Thanks. Not good to have those ends.
Back streets back. Alright.
Alright! Sorry. Yes.
Why can't I have some kind of magic that makes me drop?
Alright.
Whoa.
Oh no, I have to collapse all my spells. God help me.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
Disgusting. Thank God there's only 3 because they're racials.
I hate you!
Ghost is short circuiting.
Yeah, ghost. Somebody take the water off of him.
Quick, ring him out. Somebody set up the hair dryers. Wait, have we tried turning him off and on again?
Put him in a barrel of rice.
Put him in the microwave to upgrade him.
Oh, shit.
Why are diamonds so expensive? I forgot I have 8 electrum pieces.
Nice.
How much is that?
I don't even remember. Oh my god, that's what I need to start doing. I need to convert all my money to electrum and only purchase things in electrum.
That's awful.
It's electric 5 pieces of gold.
An electrum piece is...
I think 5 pieces of silver.
Yeah, 5
An electrum is half a piece of gold.
Sure.
Paying 50 cents.
Yeah, it's a 50-cent coin, essentially.
Yeah, I can make it, I guess.
Just make everything
Well,
complicated
hey.
with your DM. Just like, okay, yeah, I pay him only in electrum.
Bastards.
Why don't you have any gold? Electrum.
Huh. Total currency. More than I thought. Thought I had more than I thought. Yeah.
So you have like a couple thousand.
2,000.
That's all.
It's only some. It's fine.
What are you gonna do with all your money?
Buy a new weapon.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Yeah, hands off my wooden sword. The staff is actually a better weapon than my wooden sword. The staff is a +2 weapon as well.
Ah. Oh, damn, I still have one of your fucking potions of healing.
Yeah, speaking of those, I should probably go buy more.
Did you take a defeat at level 6, Avalon? Or for Avalon?
What?
Did you take a feat at level 6 for Avalon? Or what'd you get?
Yeah, great weapon history.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tons of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's why she needs new weapon.
Oh shit! Someone about to get stabbed. Be stabbed.
Yes, thinking greats.
Stinking greatsword +2.
Stinking. Yes, stinking.
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 Cover it in the dead baby flesh and then we throw it in.
Call it the baby slayer.
She can't do
I
that.
fixed
Shoot
it.
her or something.
If you can't tell, I've been enjoying assigning everybody little emoticons when I've been at work.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I like it. I don't know when I got it or who gave it, but I like this.
Maybe it's within the past couple weeks. I gave Yosef the vampire because you like the
I'm back.
vampire because he wants to bang you.
What? What?
I didn't even tell Mako that the vampire might come over for dinner.
I thought that's why you were gonna pull her aside.
No.
Like, look, I invited. I know you don't like him, but
when we're not there.
Then he won't be able to come in because he can't enter the building without permission.
Oh damn, we're gonna come back and the entire village is just gonna be fucking vampire fucking.
how does permission?
Yeah.
Didn't you already give the vampire permission?
No, I said that I invited him over for dinner. I didn't say he could come into our house.
Isn't that like the same thing?
No,
I guess that depends on
you could
how.
have dinner outside.
Yeah, but
That'd
you
be
invited
nice
him
and
over
good.
to your house for dinner. You know?
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, we also own the area around the house, so therefore it wasn't an explicit invitation into the house because we could, in theory, have dinner outside.
Jesse,
Yes.
you keep disconnect to reconnect. You okay?
Hey, the last time it disconnected me was because I had my system interrupt take up all 100% of my CPU.
No, no.
So the whole computer started to have a fucking heart attack. So I rebooted it and now it's behaving again.
Oh, I thought you might have pressed the green button. I pressed the green button.
No.
I pressed the green button before we started the game, and I have another green button. So I'm just ignoring it.
Now.
What is the green button?
Update.
It's the update.
Apologies.
So you can upvote the server.
I was so confused. I was like, what is this green button?
I just remember it being green. I couldn't remember which way it pointed.
It's an Australia thing.
Yes.
Hey.
It is. So.
Like you, it doesn't exist.
That's right, because I'm not a player today. I don't exist, I just enforce reality. Much like gravity, you don't see me, but you feel me. Got it, punk? So, obviously, you're awakening the two trees, Ruka. Fox is making some fairly quick preparations. Lumber power. So, is anything else going on before trekking out?
Yes.
Do tell.
Yeah, two
Hey,
things.
get back into the game.
Let's buy an item, and
Oi.
we're going to try to track down Aleo.
Ole, 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 ole.
I was gonna try to use locate person to try to find Alea.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
And where would a Leo be? A boat? A moat? On a river? Maybe on the...
I would imagine he is trying to get the fuck out of Dodge.
I guess I'd have to use locate action on part of your locate object on part of your clothes because I don't actually have locate creature yet.
Rip.
So I mean, you know, it's basically the same thing. It only works within 1,000 feet. So, I mean, I don't really get very many guesses for this.
Did you already skip town? Alright, wait, how big is the
Probably
town?
not.
It's pretty big.
Probably.
Let's see if that's even within range of the house.
I mean, I can cast it like 4 times, so I go wander around town a little bit, but like, I'm not really gonna try that hard.
Alright, it's within range.
Oh wow, that's a lot of range. Yeah, I'd reach most of the town.
Holy
I should
fuck.
use this more for my investigations.
Yeah, 1,000 feet is not.
I feel like this isn't accurate. I guess yeah, you are right. I guess 1,000 feet is kind of far.
Maybe this town is just small.
It just doesn't sound like it's all that much.
See? You guys, 70-foot house.
Imagine 10 football fields, right?
Or like
I guess that's true.
over.
That's
It's
true.
like almost over 100 of me laying on the ground dead to
Yeah.
feet.
That's true.
To put it in perspective, most phone poles are 80 feet. Yeah, that's already pretty fucking high. Now just lay that flat and do it like 12 times over.
Yeah, houses in suburbs are crammed pretty closely.
Did you find it?
Probably at the docks trying to get out of here.
Yeah. I'll go walk into an alleyway and go take off like the poncho and like another article of clothing and turn into a different person. And I'm gonna go say hi.
Oh my god.
Hey, I'm a changeling. I get to abuse myself.
Sure.
I mean, anybody can abuse himself.
I like you don't really have to roleplay it. He's just gonna be like, oh yeah, so you going somewhere?
Yo, Nebba, you leaving? Yeah. You crazy.
Yeah. We heading out of town.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really blame you. This place is kind of cursed. Anyways,
That's an understatement.
I'm gonna go get a drink because I'm a lazy sailor.
You have fun with that.
Uh-huh. I can walk back into an alley and put most of my clothes, the stuff I took off, back on. Back out to Ash. Yeah, she's leaving. He called him pig. He was supposed to be the expert.
What kind of genitals do you have?
If anybody's going to be the expert, it's going to be the change.
I still wouldn't mind talking to him just to kind of see where his head's at. Say goodbye. If he's there.
Well, that sounds kind of awkward.
So,
Oh, I guess I don't really have anything to be ashamed of, yeah.
You guys have killed the baby. What do you think about you?
I saved the baby. I got...
Exactly. Yeah, girlfriend right now.
Mission passed.
Walker, save the Earth babies.
Save the Earth baby.
Plus
oh,
one
right,
baby.
so, hey.
Hello?
Town.
You cut out there.
You
Friendo.
You leaving town?
Yeah. Just trying to wait for the boat. Are you? Is that why you're here?
I heard you were leaving town, so I just wanted to say bye.
Right.
Where you headed?
Probably up north. Wait, which way was Waterdeep?
South.
South. Probably south.
Neverwinter's to the north.
I hear there's a lot of opportunity in Waterdeep.
So do what you want.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe join a different style of party.
Yeah, you can see what you mean.
Murder, hope, murder, hope.
Or
You ever-
are you blaming me?
Wait, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What'd you say?
Are you blaming me?
Blaming you for what?
What happened?
Not at all. You saved that child. That's probably why I didn't really want to say goodbye.
Travel a lot, don't you?
Some 100 years, yeah.
You ever get tired? Always. Never stay in one place for very long.
Sometimes. But the world's a pretty big place. There's a lot to explore.
Never feel like you want to settle down?
No. That's what the elder years are for. You know how an elf ages?
Very slowly.
Hardly at all.
Right, I wasn't speaking of the time, I'm talking more about... We don't measure our lifespan in seasons as you do. When we go into a trance, we experience memories from our lives and from our past lives. we reach maturity when we stop seeing the memories of our past lives. Every soul is reused. And I'm afraid I've already stained mine. I don't want to remember this.
Tough luck, sucker. Oh shit, I'm not muted!
Tough luck, sucker.
Ass in the background.
I'm sorry.
Tough luck, you bitch.
Oh.
I think I would always want to remember everything that happens. I wouldn't want to forget. It feels like in the moment that you would want to forget some things, but it shapes who you are. Take every experience with you. For better or for worse. Anyway, that's just my advice. I don't have the wisdom of 100 years of love, but it's something I've experienced in my lifetime.
With that, he'll hold out a hand.
Shake it.
It was interesting seeing you.
You as well. I'm sure our paths will cross again, but
Until
we
then.
enjoyed our time. Nonetheless.
And with that, he'll walk away.
This should wrap me up with everybody else. You ready to head back?
I don't feel I have too much information this time.
What?
It's complicated.
I mean, I have time if you want to talk about it.
It happened before you joined. I'll ask Marco if she wants to tell you.
Alright. Do you know where someone said that they're going to purchase magical equipment? Is there a place
Yeah,
that
we-
sells that here?
Yeah, we helped him out a while ago. He gets us a discount.
By pointing me in the direction.
Yeah, sure. Let's go up there anyways. I wanted to ask him a question about something really bad.
Sure.
Alright. So, as you're heading on over to Ulbricht's store, you'd probably very likely see Athlin heading out with a shiny new trident.
No, I didn't ask for trident.
I think she said she got a great sword.
That's right,
Yeah.
great sword. My
I
bad.
was trading you my trident +1 for a
Yeah,
great sword
so
+1.
a shiny new great sword.
The ancestral weapon has been banned from these lands.
Yeah.
The
Our
assault
last-
trident ban was successful.
Now we got the Great Weapon Squad.
Hi, Athlon.
Hi.
I was
What are...
Oh, this is awkward.
Asha
Nice,
wanted
awkward.
to go up to the shop and I need to ask. preoccupied or something.
That's fair. He's in a good mood today.
Yeah, well,
Don't worry, I didn't buy anything with lightning.
Arthur, I don't hold what you did against you. You did it for a good reason, even if it was not the right thing. Should be more careful.
Yeah, I'll make a better decision next time. And she'll reach into her little bag and pull out a diamond for you. Figured I should replace it. It was my mistake.
Thank you.
That's what we do, right?
Plus one diamond.
I'll follow you guys in if you need any. I say help, but any additional funds. We have way too much gold rolling around in this bag.
I mean, I'm not going to force you to buy me anything. I spent all my money on this stick that I used to wake up trees to kill people, so...
You're not forcing me to do anything.
Alright, well, I'm just going to have to ask.
So, as you do walk in, you can see Albrecht is hanging up a new trend that he's received, cleaned off recently.
Wonder what he got to that, but don't
Hello.
Hi.
Hi!
This thing work. Can people hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, boy.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I can do things.
Very simple, but standard procedure for a lot of shops like this. Carry scrolls. Right.
What are you asking me?
I'm asking the shopkeeper. I thought we were inside the store.
Yeah, we are. I didn't hear the first part of your sentence, so I was unsure.
My bad.
So, Albrecht kind of looks to you and a little surprised. Of course, we have scrolls. I wouldn't imagine having a shop without one, especially one running with magical means. What were you particularly looking for? I don't have, well, the finest selection, obviously, due to the township, but I might have some that might interest you. I have invisibility, heat metal, let's see, the ability to fly.
I don't think I'm capable of using those types of things. I'm looking for specifically two things. Floating disc and the ability to summon a steed.
That was really weird. Sorry.
I like the robot tuning on it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It sounded, like, cool but odd.
Right.
Of course I have those. If you give me about an hour, I'll have those made up and drawn up for you.
Oh wait.
Oh, yeah? So, obviously... Oh my god, bless you twice.
Thank you.
So, obviously, Albrecht will have one of the mages go and get the fine steed scroll made.
Phantom Steed. Phantom Steed.
Oh, Phantom Steed. Phantom. Alright, so the Phantom Steed as well.
I wish Phantom Steed was a ritual. That'd be sick.
It would be nice. So, as he happily comes back with the 2 scrolls, and it just that would be 280 gold, please.
Oh. Well, now doesn't look like I have much funds. You wouldn't happen to?
Well, we do trades.
I'm going on a journey very soon, and I don't think I have anything to trade. All I have is this wand. It's a wand of secrets. But do you do any loans?
We do occasional writs on IOUs if, well, you don't mind confirming or having something to be held. Obviously, once you would be back in the city, you would either have a set time to pay us back, otherwise, well, unfortunately, as business, would have to request that the guard detain you until possible assets be repaid.
Well, I don't really own anything. I basically have my clothes, this wand. That's it. Oh. That's all I can really offer as collateral.
Well, we could definitely set the wand aside for now, if you wish to have that set as the collateral in case you do return.
Your clothes! Your pants! I want them!
Your boots, your motorcycle.
I need your boots, your glasses, and your motorcycle.
And of course, it would not be very fitting to at least have a little bit of, equal share on this, as though a simple spell is still a valuable one nonetheless. How about 2 health potions added on as extra help in your travels, just as part of the collateral coverage?
2 health potions for me.
Yes. Unless there's something else that you would think be more fanciful towards your travel.
I won't need it, so you can keep it.
Right.
I appreciate the offer.
Just trying to do good adventurer, find justice, make sure they come back safely.
Just want to take what's necessary.
Very well then. He'll happily make up the IOU and obviously take the Wand of Secrets as, collateral in case you don't come back, and hand you over your spell scrolls.
Thank you. I will be back.
I do hope so. Always a sad day when someone doesn't return from the ventures.
At least I got this sick wand now.
I can find the cookie jar that my wife hid, that fucking bitch.
Ruka, did you say you needed to ask something?
Yeah. Or have a just, I need to ask you something about something I found a while ago. I'll pull out the mirror.
Oh god. That is, it's an interesting item. What does it do in particular? Or do you want one of my associates to identify it?
No, I've used it a lot. I know what it does. I just have a serious question about it. Is that if it lets me see people's past, that mean that I can see everything? Like, that they've ever done eventually?
I never run into such an item before. I would imagine. But it would probably take some time unless you can focus on certain points and events in their lifespan.
So what you're saying is that you can alter what an item like this gives you with focus?
If it doesn't have focus, yet I would imagine it might be refined in time, but it would be a fair difficult process considering we didn't ourselves make it. We would still need to figure out the arcane formula that has given its power.
Yeah, alright then. The other question I have, do you know who a Sirak is?
Who?
A Sirak.
Well, I mean, I've seen a sea rack. It's like the nets with the glass baubles for fishing, right?
No, this is a person. I was just wondering if you knew him. Yeah, Sirak's in the back right now.
Where do you think we get all these fine magic items, boy?
Oh no! Autumn scream.
You glimpse into the mirror one more time. You accidentally look into the future where it's you and a Sirak, and there's one spell going off, and it stops right before it finishes.
The mirror lets me see me dying to a Sirak. Well, in any occasion, thanks anyways. I guess I'm gonna go find somebody else that knows who he is.
You'd be safe. I'm not sure who this fellow is, but sounds like an odd one.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Alrighty. So, now that waiting?
I thought I heard KJ say wait.
Yeah, sorry, brain, working, yes. Not, apparently, yeah, that's exactly it. Before Athel leaves, she'll turn to, what's his face guy. I didn't realize you had people who could, identify what items are.
Oh!
Yeah.
He looks to you like, well, most mages are capable. I didn't realize you required those needs. I never really inquired about it.
I never really know who to ask.
You dumb bitch.
Yeah, basically.
You daft cunt. Sorry.
Wow. Yeah, no, fuck you, eh?
I'm an orc, damn it!
God damn.
Orcs.
Lost a friend, and he had this on him, but I have no idea what it is, and it's beautiful at nighttime.
So, as you pull the starlight spear out, he is immediately enthralled by this item. It's just like, whoa, where did you get this? As he's like pulling out like the jeweler's monocle and like going over it and just like looking at every bit of it carefully.
Off the corpse of my dead friend, you insensitive fuck.
Yeah, I just said I picked it up off my friend. I don't know where he got it. And now just an FYI, motherfucker.
Don't worry. He'll be enthralled even more. Dead friend. Yeah. So tell me about this dead body. No.
Wow. Well,
Did he hate orcs?
Well, yes, he did. Shit,
Puff.
run like to the fucking spear.
Like starts running out the door. So, I've heard rumors of such things like this. These are astral maps used by merfolk. Supposedly, if you find the corresponding chambers that these function with, you would... Well,
Hello?
hello?
Oh, Discord cut out for a second there. I went on like a fucking mad rampage and I don't know if y'all heard it.
Not at all.
Awesome! Cool. Yep. I also missed everything you said.
In short, he explains how these are star maps for merfolk, and that if you find the corresponding chamber, you would be able to find a particular vault that usually marks either treasury, armory, or other such things to their cities. That yes, he points to the spear tip in correspondence of the other butt of the handle. Usually you would be able to adjust it to be able to see in sight where exactly on the seabed floor, especially with the shifting sands, as they always said, that would be able to uncover maybe a particular vault or armory if you found one of the mapping rooms.
So to make this work, I have to find something else. It's like a key, I guess.
Effectively, yes, this would be like a key. It would lead you to one of the enclosed vaults. Though, I would imagine for yourself it would be much easier as you already have the ability to breathe underwater and swim through.
Thank you.
Just be careful there. I've heard of quite a few expeditions and some less desirable creatures have usually taken up residence in those kind of ruins.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's probably the boogeyman. Well, thank you. Do I need to pay for that, or is that just common knowledge? Can I take this and leave now?
That was, well, you can have that for free, especially. I didn't even need to really study it. I've heard of these, I've just never had a chance to really examine one up close.
Glad to have made your day. Thank you. I'm just gonna take it, just leave. No more conversation.
I'm rich! I'm rich!
I'm fucking rich! Oh, Ollie, you had a key to many fortunes.
I did, but we didn't have a boat to get.
Didn't need a boat. You had a fucking crown, man, you'd be fine.
You know how exhausted that I would be? I'm not adapted for that kind of stuff as a human.
Nah, you're fine.
It's
definitely not adapted anymore, seeing as we burnt you to a crisp, but
Become the soggiest bitch by the time I got there.
you would be a Sahagin. Oh, oh, oh.
Wow. Wow, okay. Yeah, no, I returned to the house.
Fun fact to point out, you might have been near that chamber closer than you ever thought.
What? Please tell me it's not when we were on those fucking islands.
Not even.
That would have been the best twist if we were like right
No, this is where that fucking gin bastard is, isn't it? In it!
Nope.
No? Well then shit, I don't fucking.
Think back! Think
there. Where
back!
he found it, right?
I don't even remember where you found it. I don't think you told us where you found it.
Off the coast.
I went swimming out here, and I found it.
Oh, no.
So it's got to be somewhere around here, right? In this island? Underneath the island?
Yeah,
So,
right.
obviously, a skeleton. He pulled the spear out from a rowboat that had capsized, and there was a skeleton that had reached out to try and grab it originally. This is a brief reminder. But also, remember the ancient city you found and you saw a shadow and got spooked and ran away from?
Oh Christ, it's there.
Maybe.
I don't know that. I keep all my
I remember that. For a week I thought Athlon was gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would I have died if I had gone down there? Please.
I mean, it depends on what you touched.
Depends on what I touched.
Yourself.
Alright, so heading back to the house, everyone's getting prepared. Fox looks extra prepared.
Was I able to find somebody to look after the chickens while we're gone?
Yes, one of your neighbors. They look more than happy to do so. They're one of the older farmer families. They have the small little shack here.
They live in that?
Yeah.
And we have a big ass house, man.
Yeah, there's also like 5 of us. 6, really.
I won't say, but
Saltmarsh 6!
it's 20-foot shack. You know, it's not too bad. It's got space. It's got space.
Yeah, I guess if you only have like 2 people, it's probably not that bad.
Yeah. Being an older fisherman, he's more than happy to, because it's not too far for him to walk, and also it's just good to get some fresh air for himself.
Did I manage to talk to the syndicate?
Yes, you did. Which, obviously, they are all for, especially since there are a lot less fishermen around. Makes things a lot easier to work around.
Well, I would have definitely told them, for one, I helped the gem cutters, so they're happy with us, and 2, a position might be opening up in council hall if we can fit that position.
Duly noted.
Oh my god, you're infiltrating the council with organized crime as I'm trying to remove organized crime.
Look, I am still working within the law to some degree.
I mean, I don't know, so I can't be angry about it, but it's very funny that, like, I remove the problem and then the problem comes back.
Oh, well, yeah, but the problem would be working more for me.
Yeah, also they might not be slavers, which is my main gripe.
No, they're probably not slavers, they're more in,
Assassino.
assassinations and...
Probably not.
You ever see Black Flag? Alrighty.
It gives me more power. It makes me happy.
Unlimited power.
You know, why is it every time Hawker shows up in a traveling thing, it leads to some godforsaken world?
Because we listen to her and we follow her anyway.
Didn't we just do that like a few weeks ago?
Yeah, I know.
That wasn't dangerous.
The time is my decision, but consistently it happens the other way around.
The time is now.
You got a problem, Ruka?
You know, I really just wanted to deal with the whole counseling situation before we left.
I mean, yeah, and there's like buried treasure close-ish to home. Why would you want to go into the fucking forest and die?
The sudden mention of buried treasure.
Are we seriously going for like 8 weeks to kill some ghouls that managed to make it here? If they were that fucking stomping, they're probably all dead.
Yeah, wouldn't you rather wait back at home for your vampire lover to come back?
That's exactly why I want to leave.
I mean, I have a different option. But it's at sea. You need a boat.
Which is a better option because they can't take the water.
We just get a houseboat.
Come on in. No, I'm okay. I just want to stop by and say hello.
The water's great! Walk up behind and like push him in.
He had his phone in his pocket.
He must really hate swimming. Look at him scream. I'm sorry I got your suit wet and he's like melting. That's the worst reaction I've ever seen to swimming. going?
Because there clearly is enough to go past your buddy Fenrir and attack the town. So part vengeance, part dealing with the problem.
That's a new word for you.
What?
Vengeance.
What?
Who's the bad person?
Did I miss something?
No.
Okay, because you've really grown out your hair. It's covering your eye.
Sure.
Are there markings on your wrist there?
What?
No, never mind.
In my craw. No, plumbing as can be.
The point is just, the town is already so fucked. If I just, wake up a bunch of trees, we can just, the town will be a lot safer.
We can play tower defense instead.
I mean, I like that idea. It's just I'd rather deal with them.
Ping, 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 ping.
8 weeks away.
Wait, are we like sitting at the dinner table or something?
Going back.
Yes.
Yeah, I assume we came back after that magic shop trip and we're like all sitting around talking about it.
Well, I propose a new quest. Something else to put on the table. Puts the spear on the table! It's on the table. I'm sorry, cats, I got too excited. Hey, May. No, it's okay.
What the fuck are you doing?
Kid, it's okay.
And this is
My boomerang.
What? No. Cannot have this.
What? Why?
Because it's a key.
Oh. But that won't steal anything from the vault.
looks like a spear to me.
How do you know about the vault?
I mean, keys go to vaults, right?
They also go to doors.
That too. Like my bedroom.
Alright, what did Ollie tell you about this thing?
He just blinks and just like tries to play it off like, He found it in the bay.
And?
Like this weird skeleton tried to grab him. Didn't seem happy that he took it.
So I've been carrying this around since we lost Ollie. It's very pretty and like a sky map. I had our friend at the magic store whose name always evades me because, you know,
Albrecht.
I should have written... no, because I should have written it down, but I never did. But he makes good deals.
He makes good deals.
He makes good deals. It's a key to a vault. Sometimes guarded by big beams. But treasure. You don't want to ruin the town's economy and bring in more gold. Look, it's Knowles or chicken.
Somebody saying underwater chicken.
Sorry. I meant to say Knowles are underwater beings. I'm like, Knowles I meant chicken. I just
Chicken.
You would pick chicken. I feel like that's an easy bet.
Underwater dinosaurs.
Crawling in my crawl.
Is that follows up? I got back midway through your conversations.
Hi, welcome. Do you like treasure?
as anyone else would.
Good. You don't breathe. You can go in the water.
Yes.
You don't breathe.
You
Marco
don't
sitting in the
breathe.
corner like,
That's
what
a
the
good
fuck is going on?
I'm just proposing other options than going and fucking hunting down gnolls. When Roof is basically going to have a tree army protect the town.
I mean,
Oh, but that's right, my opinion doesn't matter because I kill children.
She's kind of got like a point there. I mean, like baby killers are like, you know, they get vetoed all the time.
Oh, shut up. You said you eat children.
Yeah, I didn't kill them. I eat them.
Yeah, I don't know exactly why you're being all prissy about this. You don't really have the moral high ground here. But anyways, we can either go to the forest or stay in town and deal with Scarin.
I mean, I'd like to deal with it now. We've ignored it for long enough. We could ruin so many other people's lives.
Be fair. Well, hopefully there's not another attack.
Well, this time we're gonna have a bunch of trees. A single tree could probably kill 5 wolves easily.
On top of that, consider the following. The gods now know to be wary of such an invasion. They should be posted more on the outskirts to be wary of attacks.
Fine. So what do you propose?
For scale?
Yeah.
Well, we know generally beyond a shadow of a doubt is guilt in the collaboration of the slave trade is barely concealed.
Yeah.
People don't move on it because they don't have concrete evidence.
Okay.
However, I remember you mentioned it before that somebody would just rise up to take his place.
That's usually what happens.
Councilman Anders is also in on it, although we have less proof of him full scale.
Jesus. Did your mirror tell you that?
Yes.
Well, great. Can it show you that again?
Probably. I don't know if it'll give the exact same results, but he apparently wanted us around late at night. So we could just wander around late at night and use magic to try to find him.
And then what?
Or eavesdrop on him.
And then what?
Then we use that evidence to build him a case. Then we topple him when we see him hanging in the town square.
And that's so much more fun than hunting gnolls.
Oh, it isn't even a question of fun. It's a question of how to trying to help people here.
Yeah, I know. Alright, how about this? We walk into his mansion and we just kill him.
That was my solution. I could have done that years, like months ago. I can turn into literally anybody and I can summon animals.
That's not true. You couldn't have done it months ago. You want to know why? There were more people here. Now there aren't.
Yeah, I still say if any of them go missing, then come to us.
Yeah, I mean, we're fucking scary.
I mean, there's that, and, you know, the threatening of them, so they'd probably come and assume that I'd done it.
Or, you know, the fact that we did tell Captain the Guard we were going to deal with scare a while ago. He probably assumed we just walked over there and killed him.
I mean, I guess that's technically killing.
It isn't what people want to see, though. You can't just go around killing people without any evidence.
This is why we've been delaying it.
This is why he wants to gather evidence.
Evidence
Open your
isn't
ears, Mako.
It isn't just going to fall into our lap while we aren't doing anything.
Well, then what do you propose? I've been asking.
Yeah, I know, like we said, we need to...
Follow him around at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do that on your own?
I can. I'm just.
I'm not exactly the sneaky type, but what do you want me for?
Then go off and kill your fucking nose.
I guess that is
I'll
true.
get involved with the fucking fights and shit back down here. Surely there's somebody there you want to topple.
You were saying, Ruka?
Yeah, you are right. You don't really have very much of a horse in this race, is it, boy? I can, you know. I'm probably won't be on if you hear the kick do most of that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, other than the robot, I don't know what the new person can do. Athlin's not exactly the sneakiest individual either.
The fuck's a robot?
Oh shit. The fleshless thing, that's what I said. I didn't say robot.
Domo, worry, got it.
It's the robot Domo. Well, I still have my assistance with this regardless.
Let's give it a few days and see if we can gather some real evidence, and if everything else fails, I'll just fabricate evidence and walk around town dressed as them, drop the evidence, and then they'll get arrested and hanged.
The guards don't know that you can do that?
Yeah, this is me asking because I really don't recall since last session, but I asked if you could do scrying or if anyone could do scrying. Does anyone?
No one can do scrying.
I can when we're a higher level, but I do not have the spell slot for scrying.
Hence us fighting gnolls and getting levels. out of what's it called?
Tonight I'll go wander around and I'll see if I can find animals. And then we'll see what he does during the
Okay.
Give me a few days. If I don't turn up anything, then we'll go kill animals, alright?
No, sure, I mean, look. I want to kill the guy as much as you do. Maybe even more. But I'm not specialized for that kind of thing. You point me to a door, I'll break it down.
I'm going to see if I can find something that will make this easier. I'll be back. And I go out shopping.
While he's out shopping, I want to try to use the mirror to focus on Council and Anders during the evening.
And while he's doing that, Josh, Athlin brought a good point. I got a match to make.
You'd like that.
I'm back, bitches!
Boxing, motherfucker, let's go!
Oh, Josh, quick question.
Aye?
While they're all doing the things, can Athlin study the spear and, the 10 books she has on fucking history of Saltmarsh to see if there's any mention of spears and all that sort of shit? I looked through my inventory. I still have them from when we were researching the stones.
That you can. So, go.
Yay.
Obviously, that will just take time and a history check.
Shit. I don't wanna...
The sudden realization that my character's not smart enough for this.
It's a realization that it's not fucking Misky.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Alrighty. So.
I just read it's fine. But don't bad job of it.
Doesn't identify it, tell you what about the weapon or the item? Or does it not tell you anything about the history of it?
It doesn't tell you about the history. It tells you the magical property, not the history of it.
Okay.
Said many like this, so assumption possibly in history, but merfolk, so maybe not in Saltmarsh's history.
Gotcha.
So the next step after this is going out and finding where he found it.
obviously, Ruka, you're trying to follow Anders. So go ahead and, well, obviously, are you just going to do locate object at night to try and find the red robe, or just follow him around during the day and see what he's doing?
Oh no, I was going to wait till nightfall, and then I was going to basically just cast locate object on something I saw on him in the mirror.
Alrighty. So
during the day, I'd go shopping to see if I can find anything that involves scrying, and at night, I would assist Ruka.
Alrighty. So, you going and looking for a possible scrying object?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation, because obviously that one is a bit of an oddball. And obviously if Hopper were to get one, he would have to custom order, because it's not a everyday thing that a sailor would ask for a scrying order.
That's true.
Alrighty. So, after some investigation, ironically, you find out a captain might have one at the docks. A tiefling one.
She's back, boys!
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh god. And Mako, you would find out that the Brawlers Arena would be later in the afternoon, after everyone's had a few drinks. More or less the sunset.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner real quick. Just delay doing my thing and do everybody else's.
Alrighty. So we can, well, especially since it's easily done during the day. Ghost, obviously, you've come upon the ship of, well, Captain Zandros.
As I have not met her in this life, I will speak with them, asking about such form.
You heard right. Let's see. Are you looking to keep it or use it for the time?
Well, I'm not sure if I would have long-term use for it. I prefer a more personal touch, but circumstances, it would come in handy. I could return it to you if that's your preference.
I'll give you a time frame. 2 weeks. You can return it in 2 weeks. Obviously, just with a little bit of a 50 gold renter's fee. And if you don't return it in the 2 weeks' time, you owe me the
GP gem.
Oh. And she does. Never mind then, you'll have it for 2 months, if you wish.
Just in case things go a little bit longer than expected.
Very well. You'll have a 2 month time span. After that, you'll owe me the rest of the payment for this item.
Very well. I should have it back to you within that time. If not, I will make good use of it and get you your money.
I look forward to it.
As do I.
That's obviously now the Aura Scrying with a little bit of cash to grease the palms of Captain Zendros, so she lets you rent it for the 2 months' time. And then the criminal underbelly in this city is fact.
Okay, I need to what's it? Attune to this item, don't I?
That you do.
Right.
Which is why she offered it for a week. Because ironically you only have 6 days for it anyway.
helping Ruka. And I know that Scan spends a lot of time with the Mariners Guild. If at some point he passes out drunk, I know I can very easily get a bit of his blood, so I can always spy on him.
So, especially at the Mariners Guild, you also know that it's his house.
That's fair. That just makes things.
So, obviously you are getting set for that. You know, just kind of listening around, seeing quite a few people going in and out, a few other captains that are a little more jovial and relaxed, and quite a few who are a lot more comfortable and a lot more gruff looking that, you know, will company scare and be discussing matters with them. You even see a very peculiar looking man. Seems to have a solid gold eye.
If I was Ollie, I'd take that eye.
But, excuse me. So, as he is, kind of scoping the room, you can actually see the eye is moving on its own accord, like scanning almost like a chameleon, where his normal eye is looking in one direction, the gold eye is actually shifting and looking around the room.
Judging by what you're telling me here, it seems like he's a sentry for Scan and keeping an eye on everything, making sure nothing fucky happens.
Possibly, but he's clearly also a captain of a ship. But of course, out of most of the other captains, you will see that he definitely spends the most time closest to Scare.
It's coming up to the afternoon, late afternoon, right? Oh.
Correct, which you can actually see a fair amount of the Mariners Guild is starting to head out to Crapper's Cove.
Not sure why they'd be heading there unless that's where all their homes are. No.
Fight pit, fight pit. Alright.
Are
Any of the dwarfs? Were you asking if they were there?
I'm asking if any of them are around, like at the marinas or anything.
You see a few. There's some that are very clearly like veteran sailors that have spent some time here. You know that a lot of the Mariners Guild doesn't have a lot of respect for the dwarfs, but obviously the ones who are welcome here have definitely been a part of this craft for many a year. They're very familiar. You can even see that they don't even miss a beat and know each other's names extremely intimately. Even nickname.
Find some of the gem cutter dwarves. I could ask them a favor.
Can give it a try.
Ask them if they, yeah, I could ask obviously the payment incentive. Do anything for free, and that's understandable.
Oh yeah.
I would ask the guy I did a job for if he'd like to get him and a whole group of his buddies to go to the Mariners Guild and, you know, drink, make a distraction, or maybe cause a bar fight.
Alrighty, so you'd definitely be able to find them back at the Wicker Goat across town.
Yeah.
But especially with that proposition, you can see they raise an eyebrow. You know, they're pretty interested, especially getting a little rowdy. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
It's gonna only go badly, but yeah.
Oh. So yeah, they just kind of look at you like, it's a tempting offer, but we're going to have to pass on that for now. We just got here. Gonna lay low a little bit until we can be sure we can start some noise without getting kicked out right away.
worth a shot.
Thanks.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, probably in a week or two, just to make sure we got our footing.
Completely understandable.
Oh.
I have to do this one myself.
Alright. So, after all that, Mako.
Yes.
They're here. The man of the hour. The orc of the hour. As they are all getting poised and ready, you can see a lot of guys getting drunk. Some that brought a little mini keg with them. Some that already have bets going as they're sitting there and kind of, planning out what they're going to do. Other people discussing boxing styles. This man is going to step up to you. Back for a rematch, eh?
Yeah, I think I owe you one.
I'm looking forward to this. I haven't had a good slogging in a while.
You and me both.
So, with that, everyone starts getting lined up and ready. And at this point, you can tell that they are super eager to see you two in this rematch. I wish I had. Come on, where's the music? Quick! God. I'll go with that. Alrighty. So, as you two square up in the small sand circle, you can hear quite a few people already throwing down bets. Some going for 50 gold, others that are placing down gems and other things that they've collected. Some are even, putting down a few extra contracts amongst other trade ships that they got for their positions on the ship. At this point, throw down a quick initiative roll to see who goes first.
Oh, oops. Oh yeah, there you go. I would say he goes first.
Very much so. Alrighty, so this boy's gonna come out swinging. He's gonna immediately go straight for your gut. Oof.
Yeah, that hits.
With that, he immediately just straight into your stomach. God, just lugging it up. Of course, obviously, only the temp non-lethal. Jesus, 10.
Woo.
As he just immediately slogs you square in the fucking stomach, and just, and then just puts his fists up, getting ready. Come on, I remember you being faster.
Just thought you should get the first hit before I pummel you into the ground. Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Not the best. Not the best.
It's a start.
Yep.
Alrighty, but the 14 will hit. He is not that dex.
Okay. Well, that's 9 bludgeoning. And then bonus action, I want to grapple him. With the Tavern Brawler!
Alright. Oh my god! He can't.
Shit, that's a high athletics.
He can't actually beat that. So, he's just gonna try and fucking break free. God. So, well, obviously that'd be contested, so I was gonna say, unless you roll a fucking 1. So you quickly, like, grab onto this man. He's trying to, like, get a little bit of distance, like, trying to shut you away. And now it's your turn again. He's literally, like, trying to, like, elbow block you and just fucking push you back.
She just has him in a chokehold and just starts beating his head.
Full God.
The big smoky.
Alrighty. So. Alrighty. So you're fucking beating on his head. You can tell he's a little woozy from that, especially from all the major blows that you're giving. At this point, he's literally just gonna fucking try and start body checking and elbowing you as best as he can. Obviously a fucking disadvantage. Jeez.
The 18 misses.
Alrighty.
Jesus.
So with that, as he's trying to, like, drop an elbow, it's just enough where you get shift and it doesn't even get through. Alrighty, your turn. Oh my
Jesus. Copy that roll.
Let's go down to his kidneys.
Alrighty. With that, he'll be remaining at 1 HP as he stands up in our fucking range. Good old Orcish Fury.
Yeah.
So
Actually, with that, she'll let go of him.
with that, well, especially since he let go, he's still gonna try and take a swing at this point because you can tell he's just, like, in full fucking fight mode. But
Come on.
So at this point, he'll dump the full 1-2 and just try as best as he can. He's so woozy. It's like that moment of fucking just literally boxing, like 1-2, and you just, like, dip back perfectly. Sweet, you're just leaning back. Oh god!
Just immediately counter.
And you just see him spin and just out like a fucking light, just poof into the sand. You just hear everyone fucking uproar, yelling like, "Ah, shit! That's my money!" Other people are like fucking patting you on the back, cheering you, like fucking hanging on to you.
She'll just wipe some of the blood off of her nose from that one solid hit he got, and reach down and try to pick him up.
With that, you can easily do that, as he's hazy and out of it. That was a good one. Fuck, that hurt.
Yeah. You landed a pretty good one. Well fought.
I gotta get faster before I fight you again.
Told you I'd pay you back.
Yeah, no, as he goes to sit back, his friend hands him a tanker and hands you one as well.
Just down it. Just.
Which you could start to see a few other people lining up for some fights. You could see what looks like a gnome and a dwarf about to throw it up.
With that, content that she settled her debts, she's gonna head back to the house.
Alrighty. Over to the Midnight Crew.
The business end. We were discussing covertly gathering blood.
It's a great plan.
Alrighty. So, as you are deciding what to do, what will you do exactly? Because obviously you can see that Scarin has finished his discussions, especially since a lot of the guys have gone out for their, well, once in a while night fight at the Crapper's Cove Arena. That the other captain with the golden eye has gone off to his own room for now. He seemed pretty wary of you, Ghost, initially. Seemed to have given you a wide berth purposely. But at the same time, you think that's also due to the fact that his eye, clearly magical of some sort, he seems pretty on edge around you and seems to purposely avoid you.
Oh no, he probably knows exactly what I am.
But that Scarin seems to finish off his drink and head to the upper quarters where his main room is. The nice back overhang allows them to look over the main street. What would you like to proceed to do?
I was going to have Ruka's handy assistance. So I would inform Ruka of the map discovered. And see if Ruka just wants to follow him around in this raccoon plan.
Raccoon plan, best plan.
Alright.
I was gonna turn into a squirrel so it'd be way more ominous that a non-nocturnal creature is following you around.
I will warn Ruka of the man with the very likely magic eye that can possibly see in true sight.
I mean, I can test that pretty easily.
What?
I mean, if you really want to go into his room while he's sleeping and fuck him.
Wait, so what is this man? Is he following?
No, he's in his own personal room, but he would seem to be a very close personal friend of Scarin.
Well, then let's not fight right now. I mean, if it's a replacement eye, probably I'll just do that. But anyways, let's try to figure out more about Atlas tonight, because we already know Scarin's skills, and we just need evidence.
Alrighty.
Did I, like, see anything on Anders during the mirror proceedings that I could, like, consciously identify as his, like, other than his clothing?
Not very much. It seemed that he kept things very separate and specific. And then, even when he was at the most that you could tell was the red cloak.
Yeah, and a lot of people in this town wear red cloaks, so...
Mm-hmm.
I guess as it starts getting late, I'm just gonna go, like, start waiting outside of his house. I mean, obviously turned into a different person and wearing a lot of different clothes.
I was gonna say, like, he's just Ruka chilling out there outside of Scarin's home, like, yo, what up, boy? I'm here for your ass.
The little JoJo ominous things going on means I'm standing across the street.
Alrighty.
Ruka is just fucking creepy when you think about what he looks like in contact with everybody else.
I don't know what you... No.
All black eyes aren't scary at all.
No, not at all.
I wouldn't know what you mean at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Well, I guess I get my disguise ready.
Alright. So, as you get your disguise ready and go to check out Scaren's house.
No, Anders.
Oh, Anders, that's right. Anders. So.
Because we already know that Scaren goes down to the docks to the right. We'll do that tomorrow night.
Alrighty. So, going to check Anders' house, you find that he actually lives on the nicer ridges up here.
Oh, wow.
Which is why it's a little more difficult to kind of go through without being noticed. But you still get up there. There's a few odd looks, going towards you, but not too many people seem to focus on it. You can even see where a lander is living, which is this house here. But Anders, somewhere. His house is this one, right at the edge. You got the nice view over the sea.
Very nice.
Yeah, I bring a picnic basket up with me.
So that you can eat out of it.
No, so then I can pretend that I came up here for the view. Nobody's gonna complain if I'm just having a picnic.
This is true.
But as you sit there and check out the view, Anders does go home to his wife, as they are simply inside for some time, relaxing, as far as you could tell, especially when they pass by on occasion, having a nice meal. It's about the majority of it for most of the night until they bed down. So, how long do you intend to wait outside Anders' house?
Well, about what time, with my amazing druidic time-telling skills in the mirror, what time did it look like you left?
In the pitch dark. So, somewhere after midnight.
So then I guess, I'll wait until around then to see if I see any activity before going home.
Alright, so... Just having a picnic and tell the fucking moons and the eyes point at the sky.
Am I with
Well,
you?
I mean, if it gets dark enough, all these humans aren't going to be able to see us anyways. So.
Yeah.
And I have goggles at night, so I'll just pull those down.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah.
Genius.
Especially with the few guards and other people who are obviously heading back and shit at this point. A few look a little confused until it's fully dark and they don't see you finally because you're far enough to the edge. But still, it's just like some are just kind of looking like, how fucking long have they been sitting there?
I'm just like sipping like some wine. Next evening.
So.
And then, I'm sitting and having a picnic with my friend who hasn't touched any food.
Wearing a plague doctor mask.
Why are you wearing that one?
I said I was getting my disguise on.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Casual plague doctor picnic.
The bubonic plague will be arriving soon.
Bubonic.
It's boudoir. but God. Eventually you will take notice that you do hear a few sounds coming from Anders' home.
I'm gonna pack up the picnic and turn into a raccoon and start wandering over.
Holy shit.
Druid abuse.
Little raccoon wearing some goggles running along.
No, the raccoon has dark vision. I don't need the goggles. I transformed everything, so I'm not conspicuous.
Alrighty, so
Damn, even the cape?
Yeah, no. I can't show off the cape.
Slide the raccoon.
as Anders starts his little trek, he'll eventually come to the Empty Net Tavern. After that, he will easily proceed on in, unabated. At this point, you can see that a few of the other sailors and people who have come to the Empty Net Tavern for the time being are shooing you away and trying to keep the Trash Panda out.
Alright, Trash Panda leaves and goes around another corner. I untransform and I shapeshift into a different person. And then I go in. This is so unfair.
Alrighty. But you can see that it appears that Anders is standing there looking out over the water as you see the dwarf who's usually there playing the drums kind of sit back down and continue drumming once again a soft little tune and kind of singing and whistling to keep the place a little lively. So, as Anders goes and finishes his little drink on the overhang, he'll eventually go and start heading back home.
I'll finish the drink that I ordered before leaving.
Alrighty.
Just so it isn't extremely suspicious that I entered and then left with it.
So, well, there's definitely enough of a delay where you had to go and dip behind one of the buildings here, because obviously this is a drop off. But, yeah, you would easily head back out, and he seems to be heading back home.
Could I have tried to scry on the wife with my scry?
It was the wife all along!
The wife!
The wife and scaring her back home.
You definitely can.
To do so.
Let me double check the scrying orb. It's been a while since I had to look at this magic item.
D&D Beyond only shows me one type of scrying orb, and it's called a crystal ball, and it's bullshit.
The crystal ball. Let's see where they're.
Because in the mirror he met with somebody, right?
He definitely met with somebody. You didn't see who that person was, but they met with him.
Yeah, I know. Because if I saw who it was, I'd just be following
Scrying. Alright, so, well, his wife, and you have seen her face because of the window. You are easily able to scry on her like a fucking creeper while she's asleep in bed in her nightie.
Oh my god!
Seems pretty well and truly knocked down.
Who are the real criminals here?
Oh my god.
I was going to sneak in after you left.
Yes!
Alright, so you sneak it in while all that's going on at the other direction of the Emperor Tavern.
Yeah. I mean, I'm disguised, and if everything goes wrong, I'll just jump off into the water.
Okay then.
Like going on the spawn exit.
Your
point. You have nowhere to go.
So, how would you like to enter the house? The balcony, the window, one of the doors? Obviously, you have to.
Just, that balcony, does it look like it leads to like an office or something? Or like a study?
From your current standpoint, it's too hard to tell. You could just see the roof on the main ground.
My athletics is garbage, but my acrobatics is amazing. So, I need to find a relatively...
No, it's fairly easy. You don't even have to really make a check because obviously it's a wood balcony. It's the little spread bar and all that, so you can easily get your footing up there.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll do that.
And we kidnap his wife. And impersonator. What the fuck, man?
I have forgery proficiency. I could leave a note saying I've left you because I don't agree with the things you're doing in town. Goodbye.
That's fucked. Alright.
Only return once you give up your life.
So with the main balcony, you see it does lead to the bedroom. So, obviously the door is locked, that you can see. But you do see that some of the windows have a nice view.
I have to get in, so I guess I whip out my thieves' tools.
Alrighty, go ahead.
And I'm in.
Oh my god! And it's a good thing you rolled the fucking 27 because you can tell these are really nice locks.
Some things were meant to be.
So you and slide on in. Go ahead and roll me a stealth as you are going through the main bedroom. First of all.
You ready for the polar opposite where I roll a 1?
Pass without trace. Pass without trace. Pass without trace.
That's okay.
I don't think I would have given it to you because I
still beats passive usually.
Yeah. So she's asleep. She no idea. Like you hear a little bit of like groans because obviously some of the creaks in the house, but she doesn't seem to wake up at all.
Oh my god.
My objective here is to be in and out as fast as possible, as I am going to immediately look for anything like a study or wherever he'd be stashing a lot of his paperwork.
Alrighty. So, obviously, you'd be able to work your way through the house a little quickly. Obviously, bit of a rush. Obviously, not sure how much time you have. As you go and find his study section, you could find the full desk with the full slider shutter shut and locked. Everything's kind of kept up tight, as most council members would usually do, just to make sure that nobody's trying to snag something else.
Oh, while I'm in here, does anything in here look like it's one of his possessions?
Especially in the study, yes, definitely.
Something small that he likely won't notice missing, like his I don't know, like a pen or something.
Like his penis.
I've noticed.
Stealing an entire penis.
He's done it before.
But as you look around, you actually do see in his study there are a set of rings. Those are one of the smaller, less noticeable things that you could tell. A few other pieces that, well, unless you get the desk open, you're not very sure if you'd be able to find a pen or writing utensil or something.
Well, it's one of the things you might feel that he dropped or misplaced or was cleaned up by the wife, god dang.
Alright, so go ahead and roll a thief's tools to open that bad boy up.
Yeah.
Very nice. You barely just... Like I said, these are nice locks, so... So you finally, like after a little few more seconds of fidgeting with it, and are able to softly open the shutter. As you look in, it's very clean, very organized. Multiple locks across the desk as well for the papers. But you do see what looks like a small amount of pens and others that look like classic quill feathers and some poetry he wrote for his wife, clearly.
I will nab one of those pens as it will allow me to scry on him easy.
Alright, so you grab one of the, not one of the nicer ones, but obviously one of the, middle ground inkwells. The nice looking inkwell pen.
Yeah.
So, but as you kind of look around that, and especially getting the shutter open home, you can see that there is obviously a main document vault in the center front. But obviously you now have the thing you need most if you wish to dip on it. But you can tell that, especially for Anders, that this level of security, you can tell why he's a council member. He made sure that everything is safe as possible. But actually, roll me an investigation real quick as well.
Yeah.
You can tell that one of these papers were freshly inked because a few dots on it. It's not entirely dry, as you kind of like, the small finger press across the top with your glove. You can see that it smears just a small touch. He recently has written something down.
This looks important. Look at it quickly.
Alright. Gonna try and figure it out, what he wrote for the Depression.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. So,
If it look, I can use my forgery kit to replicate it and then leave.
alrighty. So go ahead and give me a little bit of the forgery kit, just so you can try and get like a small dusting. Just trying to get the letters while you do that.
What's with which?
Dex, because obviously you're trying to do it lightly. You're not trying to crush the Depression.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Alrighty.
Jesus Christ.
I know. These are rolls.
Alright, so you quickly bust out the little graphite dust and kind of just do it softly over the top, and you can see where it sinks in, and easily manage to mark out a good portion of it and easily pick up that paper and scoop it up. It's not entirely clear, but you actually have a good portion of it. It looks like it was meant to be written out to a lesser, maybe an underling.
Well, this is enough to shut and lock up his desk.
Alrighty. So you close it up, and easy enough to lock it back up.
I'm gonna
Roll.
back out the way I came.
Roll me one more stealth as you head back on out.
Alright.
Alrighty. So, none the wiser, you easily shut the door. Be able to relock it real quick and scoot down the balcony. At this point, as you kind of start slipping away, you start to see Anders returning at this point.
Oh, clutch. I'll go back to the spot where I was waiting for Raccoon Boy.
The trash panda returns. But you'll see. But you can see Anders is fairly calm. Goes to open his house, walks inside fairly calmly, decloaks, and obviously goes to head to bed.
I come up next to you and unshape-shift. Oh, yeah, I got almost nothing off of him. He went and got a drink and came back.
Alright, I went inside his house, I got a pen, and I also got a copy of some of his documents.
Damn, you're good.
I like to be good at what I do. I stole one of his pens. It should be good enough for us to get a good hold of scrying on him. You should be able to just keep scrying on him, but there is a chance that he could notice if that friend of Scan's does have true sight. Then it could be problematic.
Well, we could just leave it till late at night. And I mean, what happens if you get caught?
Nothing really. They'll notice it. They'll know they're being scryed on, but it's not like they can find out who's doing it, as far as I'm aware, however.
Yeah, I mean, they might begin looking for people that happen to own those who spy on.
I didn't get this legally. Not necessarily, anyway.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Anyway, it's best if we get back and see if we can decipher this document.
It's coded?
See, it was coded, right? Sort of.
It's a little bit of code.
Yes. It was.
Yeah, I mean, that makes it incredibly suspicious at face value or that accounts that code these missives.
It was locked up tight in his desk as well. There were some very good locks. He wanted to make sure nobody was getting in there.
Yeah, well, not really much of a code break. Sure.
With my knowledge of Thieves' Camp, I might be able to decipher it. If not, I will have to find some contacts who can assist me. I prefer the more subtle touch. Thank you for your compliments. Anyway, shall we get back? You must be tired by now.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Lead the way. Mission complete!
Alright.
More smoothly than my assassination.
Yeah, fucking Christ.
Come out with, like, sleep by accident.
I came back with Anders' penis. Scry on him with this, right?
Hell, we could scry on him with it. 100%.
That's our calling. That's our calling card.
No, all we see, when we scry on him is him waiting in the church to get it regenerated.
And he's crying.
Come on, why doesn't he do anything?
Even if he got it back, it's not like he can get it up anymore. Not anymore.
Alrighty, so.
Sabotage.
I spent my time trying to decode the document.
Alrighty, so for that, it's actually not that hard. You can tell it does follow the same rules of Thieves' Camp.
Right.
You realize that he had to have written this in the same time span that you guys were sitting there. And that he most likely handed this letter off to someone at the tavern. As it has reference to take this letter to the Sapphire at the docks. They have an order for me.
Isn't that bitch the Sapphire?
The Sapphire at the docks. Well, I will inform the rest of the group of this, so that they may make, discuss what they would like to do with it, so I can then formulate more plans. In the meantime, be right back. I'm really advanced.
I didn't think robots had to pee.
Oil exchange.
No.
I remember remember us calling her being called the Sapphire at some point.
Possible.
I just vaguely remember that. I have no proof for this because I don't really
Laughter.
But at the same time, definitely considering the simple fact that Anders hadn't gone back to bed, that means whoever picked this object up, or is going to pick this object up, is still going to have to meet back up with him.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, and he'll
Dun,
probably
dun,
do that
dun,
at
dun.
night. So, stake out, stake out. I mean, they might also be done with box getting it right now, but I have to wait an hour to get Wild Shape back, and walking around as a normal person at the docks at midnight is pretty fucking suspicious.
Unless you pass without trace.
What are you talking about?
It's a dinosaur. What the fuck? Holy fuck.
I'll never know it's you.
Just send like 6 awakened shrubs to drag Anders into the bushes and never
Stranger things have happened.
Just hiring my own personal arboreal hitman. Here's what I want you to kill, shrubs. You're on it. Count on me.
I'll put my roots down.
Little did you know I had create bonfire.
Bonfire.
Just appears in front of your house with like one fucking shrub that's still alive and then sets it on fire and throws it in front of you.
Intimidation.
Alrighty. So what will be the next course of action as it is now? Obviously, time to sleep.
Yeah, well, I guess sitting at the table after he's decoded it, so I can stay up for that. Well, he's gonna have to go get it, right? Whatever you want.
Most likely, yes. Usually let it happen. The council would know how to use thieves' cant.
Well, I mean, we're dealing with slaves. But regardless, I suggest we probably stake him out tomorrow.
That would probably be best.
Although we should
Unless
probably
we
arrive.
Marcus or the dogs.
You could find out who the Sapphire is, then we'll narrow it down.
I might have someone who could tell me that information.
I thought it might be the tiefling. I think she's the tiefling.
I spoke to a tiefling at the orb.
I'll change under her. Did she look like this?
Yes, exactly like that.
Extra thick.
Oh, she left. Anyways, I guess I should be getting some sleep. I'll figure out more about this tomorrow, I guess. Thank you for your help tonight, Ghost.
Not a problem. I'm going to get out of this disguise. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, you look better in the mask anyways. It really accentuates your coloration.
I'm pretty sure it usually makes my victims have a little more fear when they see me as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'd personally do a bit more speech about the ghost killing me as a bit of a solid man, but that's just me.
Understandable. Alright. You sleep well then. I'll keep thinking on this.
Alright, good night.
Good night.
Every time. I thought for certain, for once, our characters wouldn't be friends. was like, finally, I'm a druid and you're an assassin.
Oh no, they're getting along. Not again.
It's over!
How does this happen every time?
Because you both wear other people's faces.
Oh
But
my
I have,
god,
I have, honor and courtesy.
Just as a reminder to the captain.
There she is. That's the one.
Fiery lady.
she's... I'd see why she has so many followers, although her face kind of creeps me out.
What, you don't like golden eyes?
No, it's something about the facial structures.
He's big bone.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright. So, obviously, at the next course of action, what would you like to plan on doing? Who you following or trying to follow up with the possible package, the after stakeout, or seeing if you can find out any other information? The rest of you, what would you be doing as foxes? Sitting there, and well, he'll go out and sell pottery for the day.
Anyone else want to do anything at all?
How long is this whole entire mission thing gonna take?
Probably a good while.
Okay, I'm back. What I missed?
You just came back?
Nothing.
You missed
I mean,
that.
technically nothing. We got a lead, kind of, but technically nothing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
This is so much more entertaining than fighting gnolls. I am excited.
What?
Is there anything?
Didn't you want to sign up for an investigation game?
Whoa!
Is there?
So many of our party is specialized for sarcasm.
Is there any? Oh, first of all, how long? Is it? How many more weeks does it take until my basement's finished?
For that, it would only take about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Basement?
Yeah, you see dwarfs going in and out at the start of the morning.
Who the fuck authorized you to have a basement?
You did.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. I asked you, and you said it was okay.
I mean, I didn't actually expect you to do it. I mean, this is still my house.
I distinctly remember a discussion of a basement.
Yeah, it was a few days ago. I asked you if you'd be okay, and then you said okay, and then I said, "Are you sure?" And you're like, "Yeah." I kind of already paid the money, so.
They're already digging it.
Alright, whatever.
Okay. Is there any, is there any, routine stuff that the guards do around, the town?
Patrols, making sure that people are not causing disturbances, hanging thieves, putting up bounty boards, hunting down various thieves.
Well, I guess while they're doing the investigation, I'll just go to the guards and ask them if they need any help with anything throughout the days, and I'll just help with any various tasks that they have.
Alrighty.
But you willingly did it.
Huh?
Community service, but you willingly signed up for.
Yeah. And then isn't that what isn't that what community service is? You do it for the community.
There are a few requests for recovery of stolen goods. Mostly down by the docks, obviously. It's not a full worry about it, as it's smaller stuff, but it is stolen fishing supplies. Nets, bait, buckets, fishing poles and such, grabbing nets. The other one is a criminal who seems to have been hiding out around various parts of the town. They haven't really been able to pin him down, but they call him Wild-Eyed Fred.
Wild-Eyed Fred.
Apparently the guards have not been able to keep up with him or pin him down. Every time they've seen him, he books it around the corner and seemingly vanishes. A few others are, well, helping transport ore, but that would be more for the heavy lifting if you don't mind doing the intense labor part.
Rest in peace.
Rip. Kulimba!
Alright, back.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry about that.
No problem. But yeah, obviously, Wild-Eyed Fred, the transportation of obviously some of the ore and minerals that are coming from the silver mine, the recovery of the stolen goods, the fishermen's goods, no one's really sure where they went, and then also just a request to find a lost wedding ring that somebody is looking for, and if somebody saw it on the road somewhere.
I mean, I'll do them in order of ease. I'll start with the wedding ring, and then if they haven't finished the other things, I'll kind of move up. I'll help with like the stolen goods and stuff like that.
Alright. So, for the wedding ring part, go ahead and roll me investigation, because obviously they named the few roads that they were on. It's gonna take a little time, but especially for the fact that dirt and gravel was... Oh my fucking god!
Yay! He finally got to roll an investigation!
No, it was just Deja that was cursed. Got it.
Yeah. So, especially going through the main roads, you're not paying attention too much. You glancing around, and then like, boom! You catch like the sparkle of just a little bit of the light, and then you lean down, and find the lost wedding ring that this woman was looking for.
That wasn't that hard. I'll go try to return it to her.
Of course, she's extremely ecstatic. So, but she insists on giving you at least a little bit of coin for returning her wedding band, and will actually give you 10 gold and a small meal to go, because obviously she doesn't have much, and that ring is pretty much all she really had left.
Oh, thank you. You really don't have to. I really appreciate it.
Thank you again. I at least enjoy the meal. I know it's not much, but still, thank you so very much.
Anything I could do to help? What's your name?
Ashley.
My pleasure, Ashley. If you need anything else, you can refer to me at this station.
Thank you. Oh my god. Alrighty, so Would you like to investigate the lost fishing supplies or Wild-Eyed Fred?
Sure, I'll do the lost fishing supplies.
So, go ahead and roll me another investigation as you start to search around town, checking for... Oh my god, she's on fire!
I was born for this.
So you immediately start catching wind of a group of people who recently got fired from their original job, especially when the fishermen decided to leave and sail a ship to different waters and didn't want to bring them along. But hear good bits and pieces here and there, rumors of that this group was desperate. They didn't really have any other craft to follow, and that they recently have been seen with equipment that they didn't have before, renting boats to go out and fish at the deeper waters and sections. You're going to try and track them down and see if you can't figure out anything. As you do have some short descriptions of the items that were stolen.
I'll try to. Yeah, sure, why not? What's the worst thing that could happen?
Alrighty. So, go ahead and roll me a stealth and a perception as you kind of go and check out these boys, because obviously some are packing up, others are getting ready, trying to catch them on the early train. Alrighty. Especially being, fishermen, not warriors or anything, they don't really seem to pay any mind to you as you kind of go by and you quickly take a glance, and you can even see some of the ones that were detailed enough to say, like, fishing rod, different kind of sticks, or aged oak, and with this kind of particular embroidery on the handle. You can tell that these are definitely the supplies that were stolen from one of the other fishing vessels.
Gotcha. Do I have a understanding that they'll probably be here for a while?
Yeah, even if they leave dock, you could tell that the boats that they rent are not enough to sail across anywhere long distance, and they would definitely be coming back here.
Okay, I'll just go back to the guard and I'll report what happened, or like where everything is, and I'll let them take care of it.
The hell. Thank you for your cooperation. Once we have confirmation, Basher, as you can tell, he's like writing your name down, like he's the very special boy.
Well, it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
You will be rewarded once we have arrested the criminals.
By the way, you look really nice today.
I got a new cap. See, Fred, they noticed.
Alright, that's probably enough police work for me today. I'll just head back home and see what everybody else is doing.
Alrighty. So, I would imagine that Emily is probably going out to visit Jay. Tell her that we're not leaving for Knoll combat. And so, what will the rest of you be doing for the time being?
Crime squad, crime squad.
Crime squad.
Yes, speaking with my contacts.
Alrighty. So,
That being said, seeing if the Syndicate knows anything about this Sapphire individual.
alrighty. So, especially getting back into touch with your contacts, even though they're operating in a small section, they inform you that the Sapphire would be Captain Zentros. Referred to that as it would also be a funny tongue-in-cheek play, as since she is a red tiefling, that would be funny to figured that she would be hilariously called the Sapphire. But also the fact that a lot of the orders and other pieces that even the Syndicate themselves have taken supplies from her and her pioneers of professional craft. She supplies a great portion of the people with a lot of the personable requests that they've had, and the fact that she has recently added a second ship to her small growing fleet has increased her power twofold, and also made her a lot more frightening on the water.
I heard it before, but I guess it was right. Well, anyways, she said she wasn't into slavery, right?
Well, mind. Plus, she did have quite the surplus of magical items.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it doesn't. Why am I taking the word of some vampire? That seems like the worst thing I can do in this situation.
Kind of does. Come to many conclusions, however. You could just be trying to obtain something a little illegal. Other than slaves, there are many magic items that people shouldn't be allowed to have. Only such a...
Yeah, I mean, we could just watch them through the gore. Because, I mean, in the end of it, it might even just be that he's running some kind of illegal magic item instead of slavery.
It's possible. Could have that one deals with one certain type of business front, while the other deals with another. It widens their business value.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's follow him tonight and see what he does. In the end, he might not even be involved in this, we can just focus on destroying the other guy's life.
Very well.
Alrighty. So, she's out in the harbor.
Okay.
Would anyone else like to do anything before obviously churning over tonight? Got it.
I'm at home. Is anyone else at home? Who's at home?
It would be Magic Marco is.
So how many more days until we leave for the trip?
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, what are you doing tonight?
Probably training.
Maybe we can get dinner, go to a bar or something. And be cool to hear about the stories that you guys have done before.
Sure.
If anyone else wants to join, it'd be great.
We're also there. It's like
I'll come too.
we have another engagement.
Okay, well, if this is the plan for the rest of the night, which I assume it is.
Possibly.
Okay, well, I'm gonna excuse myself early then.
All right,
Bye, folks.
I'm sorry, I can't include everybody in my investigation.
Sneaky boys.
I mean, I know it's very disappointing. I don't blame him. Like,
Yeah.
this is exactly how I felt during the Radiant Shield game, where I literally could do nothing while everybody else investigated. I was like, yeah, that's nice information. Thanks for telling me that. Yeah.
That's how I feel as Iron Stride when there's nothing to punch.
Yeah. Happens.
Which thing?
Did I miss anything important?
No.
Okay. I'm back, by the way.
Well, but
I've been gone for like an hour.
I figured.
I've been doing my washing. There wasn't really anything Athlon could do because it feels like people's mad, so she's just been reading. Fail. If you'll need her, she's in her room. Like, come on.
I basically just invited people to go to a bar or whatever. So I mean,
Wants a drink with Baby Killer.
huh?
Wants a drink with Baby Killer.
Like you don't want to come, or
No, you don't want to drink with Baby Killer.
but yeah, I literally will just be like hanging out, asking people if they want to do things while their whole thing is going on, and I'll just
Ask
periodically.
them if they need help with their thing, rather than going out to get drunk. Alcohol isn't the answer.
It is for me.
I mean, it is for me too, but it doesn't need to know that. What are you again?
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you do need my help, if you guys do need my help, then sure, but otherwise, I'll just be hanging out here, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I hardly even know what we're doing anymore. It's, hopefully tonight we're going to get a concrete answer to what he does, and then we can move on.
What are you guys even doing? I'm so confused.
Well, right now we're tailing Councilman Anders because we found out that he's getting a shipment of some kind that's illegal, and then we're going to find out what it is, hopefully. And we're going to move from there.
Is your plan to, like, arrest people in the government, like the council, or?
I want them tried for their crimes. Mainly I'm trying to break up the slavery ring. It's been going on in the city since before we got here.
So you guys have just been following them
Well,
to try to figure out if there's a slavery ring?
No, we know there's one.
Oh, absolutely there is.
We already
So-
took out one of the major players.
Does anyone else, like, doesn't Ghost work in the crime organization? Can you just try to find the slavery ring and maybe infiltrate it from there and then work your way back up instead of just trailing the people at the top?
There are many different criminal organizations, and not all of them see eye to eye. This one is more underground and is not working with the ones that I tend to.
What happened to the robot?
Yeah, a little sad there.
Became human.
I'm
I
really
mean, people-
impressed.
It came back.
Fucking forgot about that because I was like, eating a sandwich.
Eat a sandwich like a robot.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's me just. Unlike whenever I'm trying to robot with robot voice, but oops.
Yeah, because after tonight, if we find out that he's just dealing in like illegal magic items, we'll report him or what have you, but mainly after the slavery ring, we know Skane's involved with this, so collapse that shortly afterwards.
Do you know where it's coming in? I can try and help out from the water and keep an eye. See if I
Oh,
pick up anything done.
You remember that tiefling camp?
Bitch pirate?
Yeah, that's apparently where Anders is getting his shipment, whatever his shipment is.
What? On that bastard ship. Also,
Yeah.
know exactly where we will depart. I am more than happy to help.
Well, if you want to, just, you know, be careful. We took a person away from your alcohol gathering.
I mean, I wasn't inviting people to go out specifically to drink. I just wanted to hang out with people in general. But
We can hang out. Can you breathe underwater? I'll take that as a no.
I just thought you were being sarcastic.
No, sorry. Right, baby killer.
No, I'm obviously a human, so.
I mean, I could just cast water breathing. You guys go hang out underwater if you want.
Yeah, you and I can have a look at something while we're out there.
Sure.
Alright, then I will spend, wherever is water breathing, 30 minutes to give, I guess I'll give everybody water breathing that doesn't have it, because I can target a lot of people at once, and it lasts for 24 hours. So.
Give the chickens water breathing.
Yeah, the chickens can also now breathe underwater.
Yes, chicken.
In case a tsunami happens.
So, out of character, is the purpose is to like, you're trying to get Scarin arrested?
Scarin and everybody else involved in it. We're trying to collapse the slavery ring.
We have been for a while.
It's been on the back burner since pretty early on in the campaign. We kept leaving instead of dealing with it.
Okay. Got it.
You remember the whole vampire part, right?
Yeah, I remember the whole vampire thing.
It's been the reason I stuck with them.
Alrighty. So, be able to post up. You're gonna go stake out the docks, Athlon?
Yes. I'd like to take
Guys
action.
back on.
But I would like to do it from the water because I also want to kind of see if I can spot where Fox said Ollie found
Also, I'll loan Asher my goggles at night so that Asher can actually, you know, see underwater, because otherwise it's just gonna be pitch black under there.
I like how I'm only able to see at night underwater because Triton, but as soon as I like breach the surfaces, oh no, I'm blind. Can't see, too dark.
Well, your entire race came from a plane filled with water. They probably didn't need to be able to see in the dark with the light.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Wait, can I just fill like binoculars with water and then be able to see everywhere? Get some specialty glasses made so I can see at night as long as I'm looking through water vents.
That's the dumbest, greatest idea I've ever heard.
I love it.
It's like drunk vision, except for App.
Triton vision. Coming to a store near you.
What's that inside of your What's that inside of your glasses? Water?
Beer.
Why? What's up?
Wait, no, right, water.
Good brush here.
Alright, so those in the docks, go ahead and roll me a perception check as you're hunting around.
Perception. That's right.
Is this the people
I thought just little responsibility.
In the water, for those staking out other locations, and especially, I would imagine, you checking out the docks from the dry sections, go ahead and roll me perceptions as well.
What exactly are we looking for? Are we just looking for something suspicious?
Anyone sus approaching the boat that would be more fitting than the usual clientele that you've seen go to the captain before.
We should have just given one of us advantage. We clearly suck at this.
Something's gone.
Something's gone terribly wrong.
Oh, we're all investigating this. Okay.
We got one more. Come on. Come on.
You got this. A leaf.
Where is this?
Oh my.
Alright,
Alright,
I take
F
that
it.
back.
I guess, you know what? No, F it. Inspiration. Go.
There.
That's definitely better.
Alrighty.
Josh is like, finally, the one concrete thing I do. And then no one sees anything. God damn it.
Fucking. The most obvious fucking thing in the world! And you missed it! But,
I was
Ruka.
walking by with like a big crate that says slaves and more.
We all look the other way at the exact same time.
Ruka, you see the dwarf bard from the Empty Net Tavern.
Oh, fuck. I tap Ghost on the shoulder and kind of like move my head a little bit to like indicate him.
I give a little nod to indicate that I understand.
So, obviously he goes on board, looking pretty light. After seems like a few minutes, comes back out and looks like he's carrying a small chest on his back. At this point, you can see him quickly starting to, hurry out of the markets back towards the direction of the Empty Net Tavern.
Follow him in.
We could attempt to subdue him before he gets there, or you can follow him.
I think following is better because attacking somebody is a very good idea.
Very well then.
Alright. So, as you kind of try to ghost him, roll me a stealth.
No, I was just gonna turn into a raccoon following him. There's no way I'm gonna attempt it in any way that's gonna be risky.
Disguised, but I will stealthily follow along to back him up.
Please, because obviously, no one's gonna worry about the trash panda, but they are a little sus, and you can tell them. Oh my god! But yeah, you can tell this this dwarf is being as quiet and hush as possible, but paranoid and looking around constantly, making sure there ain't no other people trying to check him out. But
A raccoon and a robot stalk you. What do you do?
But you see him return back to the Empty Net Tavern. He'll sit the chest down, sit down on it like a chair, and go back to playing his little drum as he's sitting there waiting and humming and singing.
Oh my god. Do I see Councilman Anders yet?
You do not. Not yet.
The question is, do an ant crawl in through the lock of the fucking thing and then explore see what's in it?
No, you're missing a vital point.
Yeah.
I can become Anders.
The real question, though, is I'm not dressed very well, probably. And I don't think Anders would be caught dead dressed in whatever I put on.
Well, now you see, while this is happening, have you already gone inside, or are you back out with me?
I probably stopped. Once I saw him going, I probably stopped and waited for you.
I will catch up with you, and what is your plan?
Okay, if Anders isn't here yet, I could become him and just take the package.
Alright. But if he's here, he's waiting for Anders, most likely. I should scry on Anders to make sure he's not coming. If he is, I'll have to come in and make sure that you get out. Or I can distract him.
Well, I mean, if he's expecting us to get the pilot, actually, I could go in and see how far out he is.
I will take my Anders pen and
attempt to scry on the Anders, see where the hell he is.
Alrighty. Mr. Anderson. Alright. Oh, come on. Alright. Alright, so, as you see, Anders, he seems to be discussing the funds and war plans, and also a new construction extending the wall further to help protect the glade and forest better.
Yes.
And also the point out of a hiring of a few extra fleet ships to help out with the Sahagin and make sure that others and extras either don't support or get into where the supposed encampment would be and all the defenses.
Right.
So currently he's at Council Hall.
He appears to... You should have ample time.
Alright. I will turn into Councilman Anders. I think I look right.
I compare him to the look of the Councilman Anders that I'm looking at. Do they just look the same?
Pretty much exactly.
You look...
Well, real question though, actually, what was Anders wearing the last time he showed up? Was he in like nice clothes? Was he in just like normal ass like?
Just the shabby cloak.
Oh, he was just wearing a shabby cloak.
Yeah, the shabby red cloak.
Alright, well, my cloak isn't red, but I mean, you know, it could just be a fashion decision. So I will pull my cloak over me from my bag of holding. Pull up my hood.
Just be careful in case they had any keywords.
Oh shit.
Could you perhaps use your mirror to try and conceive of this?
The mirror only gives general histories of people. The likelihood that I'd hear that is almost zero. What did they call it in the letter? What did they call the goods?
I checked the letter again.
So, you do check the letter. The box of D.
Box of what?
The box of D. Yeah.
Box of D. Alright,
Alright.
That is what they would be called.
Well, you shouldn't worry too much. Worst comes to worst, I can teleport myself. And also, I can just jump to an animal anyway, so...
True. It's possible that this man may be expecting payment as well.
Does it say?
I'm not sure if it says anything about payment. It just mentions where to get the drop.
For that, yeah, there is no mention of pay.
So
You know
just
what?
be
I'll
prepared.
tip him anyways if he asks. I have money on
Sounds like an idea.
me. Okay, before I go in, I will cast Enhance Ability Eagle Splendor on myself.
I will keep an eye on Anders. My Anders.
Alrighty.
I will stride in and first order a drink similar to what I saw him drinking.
Alrighty. So, you walk in and you order the same drink and you get something that is probably the most foul in a sense assaulting thing ever. Definitely a drink that you would become accustomed to, either being piss poor or just drinking it with friends, and basically the equivalent of swill. It's called the Dirty Tankard.
Wow. Oh yeah, didn't I see in the mirror that he like grew up very poor and like austere?
Mm-hmm. It's warm beer mixed from other barrels, all thrown together. The taste is weird because it's malt, it's hops, it's
old, it's new, it's rank, it's fresh. It's like a weird confetti of old and new beers hitting your tongue.
I mean, that doesn't sound entirely unpleasant. It just sounds kind of like weird. So after I take a few sips, I never saw him like interact with the bard guy at all, right?
Not at all, because literally by the time you walked in, the bard was sitting back down and going back to playing on his drum.
Okay. So yeah, so after taking a few sips from the glass, I'm going to start going on over towards the chest.
He's currently sitting on it. He sees you and gives a little bit of wink and odd little hand signal.
Okay, give me context for his hand signal so I can attempt to guess.
Alright, so effectively imagine like the Spock peace sign, except those two fingers on each side are crossed.
So the fingers on each side are crossed, so it's like he has two fingers across, and those are crossed over each other.
Yeah, so pinky and ring crossed, middle and index crossed.
This is like the split-second decision that's gonna make or break this. Okay, well, I think guessing a hand symbol would be incredibly bad. What kind of a check would it be to guess? Like,
rolling an insight.
Alright. Oh, shit! I do the same symbol upside down.
He definitely gives you a huge look of confusion for a moment. And he, like, looks back and forth and, like, points down at the chest between his feet, because obviously it's just you and him out on the main overhang right now. He just kind of, like, taps the chest.
I nod.
He does the hand sign one more time.
Okay, can I try again?
One more time. So, at this point, you're able to figure it out a little bit more. You think it might be like, 2 coin, like, 2 gold, so you can go grab a drink real quick and just kind of make it seem like, gave him a tip for the song.
Oh, okay. I'll hand him 2 platinum pieces.
Alright. So, you can see very, like, shocked and startled, like, look on his face. Ron composes himself. And he's got a pretty wide grin on his face at this point. Like, the huge shift differential. Like, you could tell, like, there's a little bit of, especially for that insight of ooh, ah, and business must be really booming right now if he's getting a tip this big. Or the fact of what he just got in this chest is going to make business boom even bigger.
What you thought.
So with that, he'll go to stand up. He hooks his foot against the chest, pulls it away from the wall so you can see the back straps that are tied to this chest, so you can pick it up like a backpack. And then goes to have a drink at the bar, distracting the bar wench and the bartender, so you can leave with your collection.
I'm fucking off with it. Let's go. Heist successful.
Alrighty. So you hurry on back. For those in the water, obviously, while you're exploring around, they're heading back. You guys in the water. You will eventually find the rowboat that Ollie had originally taken the spear from.
Hey.
You still see a skeleton It's still reaching out. It's still stuck in the boat.
Is it moving?
It's moving. It's animated. It's well and alive. Well, undead. Where's the spear? Where is the spear currently?
Oh, the spear's at home. Fuck. No, I wouldn't have brought that. I'd bring the new shiny sword.
Alright.
Also, the other thing glows underwater because it's nighttime, so that would have been stupid because stealth and shit.
So, you can see it's like still trying to push out of the boat. It doesn't seem to fully acknowledge you, but it's definitely stuck.
We should just probably kill it.
Why?
It's
There's nothing. Sorry, Josh. There's nothing else around it, like
Nope.
no other items, nothing.
Just well, if the boat's capsized, if you can tell there's things inside the boat with it, but
We'll let them find out what else is there.
correct.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. We should kill it.
Perfect. Especially with that between you two, kind of blasting and chopping, the remains of it. It splinters away. You can see the little bead of light inside the lifeless eye sockets kind of fade away. Easy enough to start breaking open the boat so you can get to it because it's been well and sunken into the muck.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just roll me a quick investigation as you pat around in silt.
Assist me, Athlon.
I assist. 'Cause I have no fire.
Thank you. Wow.
Jesus fuck.
Well,
We find sand.
We tried.
you go through, and especially some of the bones and stuff, there's a lot of nails, so you accidentally poke yourself. Nothing too bad, but you do end up finding what seems to be a small barrel that's still sealed. Doesn't look like a grog barrel, but it just looks like one of the travel barrels you would usually take with you to keep supplies dry. Looks like it's been down here for a fairly long time, but other than that, that seems to be the most you find amongst the effects of the undead here.
Alright, can I loose it and then start, I guess, swimming it home so I don't have to drag it through the markets?
Yep.
Easy.
So you guys will be able to head home with your curiosity barrel, the stuff for dry goods, and then
That dude's gonna get shot.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna think the dude was like effing wasted because I gave him so many coins. He's gonna get wasted and be like, I gave it to you, you idiot.
Athlon and Dre, Emily are gonna be out for a fucking swim, and then suddenly just see like a dead dwarf floating in the water.
It's like, where'd that come from?
Goddamn.
Yeah, actually, that is an amazing idea. After we look through the chest, we just go and bury it next to Scaren's house.
Just a
And then
fuck.
if he tries to locate it, it then turns them on each other.
Alrighty.
So they'll rat each other out. Oh my god, that's so perfect.
Alright. So, you got this chest with you. You don't have a key.
I can attempt to lockpick it.
Alright.
I also have the sword just break things, so, you know.
Yeah.
Alrighty. With that, you feel it resisting you. Might take a little bit of extra work at this point. Athlon, I'm sure you would be getting home with your barrel of curiosity.
Easy.
I give you
I wish
pass.
to take it inside rather
Give
than
me one,
picking up out here.
Gives
Alright.
you advantage. Next checks.
What's in the box?
You guys in the living room as well?
Oh yeah, we're doing this like on the kitchen table.
Okay, so you gave me advantage on dex checks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gave you
got
that.
it.
Just
Okay.
see Athlon and Asher rolling in a fucking barrel. Love him.
Okay, so do I do one more with advantage, or just do I roll? One more.
One more with
Give
advantage.
it. I'll give you one more with advantage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright, so with a as they walk in, pop open the chest, and it's filled with dimensional shackles.
It appears you hit the jackpot.
There's about 30 of them there.
What the fuck did we steal? What is this man doing?
Hey guys, what have we got there?
Kinky.
I don't know about you, but I would like to keep one of these for myself.
Alright, let's dump all these in the room and let's go get rid of this box. This is way, way harder than I thought it would
Though I don't think those will float downstream.
No.
be. No, we're getting rid of the chest. If I can locate an object, so can they. We need to
Just destroy the chest.
No, I'm gonna go bury it next to Scaren's house.
Alright. So you're gonna take.
What's Anders doing currently? Is he still at the?
Alright, so you go and take another look just to see what he's doing real quick.
Also, I would have turned into a raccoon when I was going back because I can change what I'm carrying because I didn't want anybody to notice an identical man carrying a chest he's looking for back to our house.
You see Skaren, Anders, Ghislaine, and Olda having dinner at the snapping line.
They're currently at the snapping line.
Oh, that's good.
I need to be quick.
I can dig a hole in about 5 seconds using magic. So.
Alright, excellent.
Good luck, fam.
And then,
Barrel.
alright. So you crack open that barrel, and you hear a very loud but
Does it blow up, and should I have not done this indoors?
it is a very clear crack of something that's been underwater for a long time with a little bit of air pressure built up. As you look inside, you find a researcher's journal, a necklace pertaining to merfolk lore,
The boogeyman.
as well as what seems to be a map with 6 marks on it of possible locations, and what seems to be 2 potions of water breathing and a very half-hearted attempt at, well, drawing or basing out the bottom of the ocean floor. As you kind of start dipping into this research journal, you're shocked to realize that this man had desires to, well, steal the magical secrets of some of the merfolk runes that were there, and also to discover a little bit more history of Saltmarsh and, well, even the myriad djinns, and if they would possibly be able to get a wish from them. If anything, they would be able to get one of the many small fortunes that would be in these vaults, or even a magical item that seemed to be long forgotten. A mythical, legendary Triton called Wave. But of course, obviously, with the 6 marks on the map and no real way to confirm, you can see that they managed to get to one of these vaults
but were immediately chased away by the denizens who had resided there. Marrow, larger people who mistake them for merfolk, but they are more of a aberration than a fellow denizen of the sea. They are more of the evil kin and keep slave farms of Kuotoa to maintain food crops and to do much of the work for them.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be able to. I guess we can talk about it with the rest of the group when they come back. But this map seems promising.
I don't know if it's something we should mess with, but we'll see. I'd like to inspect the necklace further.
Alright, so inspecting the necklace further, it seems to definitely be a relic of one of the runes. You recognize the symbols of this necklace. It's the runes that you were at the base of before you got scared and ran away when you had the coin with you. The stairs that go down into the ravine, disappearing into darkness.
And that's probably where this fucking one is. Or at least one of them, if this fucking thing is the key. Awesome! Sorry, that was really loud. I've been to one of these places before.
Where?
Good 6-8 hour swim to and from.
In the ocean?
Yeah, in the ocean.
Like far, like away from the coast, or?
If it's a 6-8 hour swim, I'm not swimming up the coast, I'm swimming out to sea.
No, I was clarifying if you meant depths or if you meant like northeast, west, or down.
Definite depths.
Okay. But what's down there?
Something big. Very likely a guardian.
What's this necklace do?
It's just a relic. It's the same runes.
Is it magical in any way, Josh?
For that, it is not. But it is quite clearly this researcher's proof that these runes existed.
Is that all? Gotcha. Not really sure what to do with this stuff, but I guess we can just keep it here.
Yeah, and we will. Nath will like collect everything together and just take it up to her room and put up with all the books that she's been reading and just read further. She'll look in the door and the necklace just until, like, constant reminder, like the key. Coin. Yeah. Why did I keep going?
Alrighty.
That up. Is it evening?
At this point, it would definitely be getting to evening, and obviously Ruka Ghost, you would be easily able to get up to the house if you want to try and roll a stealth to quickly bury that.
I have mold earth, and it's a somatic only, so I just basically go roll toss it in, and then
yeah, but still go ahead and roll me a stealth because there are neighbors and other people nearby.
You have advantage on that. I gave you Cat's Grace. Also, we have +10, so.
Alright, yeah.
That's it. We both have Pass Without Trace, because I wouldn't have neglected that.
34, baby.
So you guys would easily just go over and just done.
on each other.
Oh, this is such a bloodbath we've just orchestrated.
It will create noticeable ripples within the council. Should keep an eye on that.
Alright.
I will keep monitoring Anders just in case.
Yeah, I almost feel bad. I think he's probably thinking about it more. I gave him enough money to get totally wasted without even thinking about the fact he's probably. And this is going to show up more rewards, and then he's too drunk and they tell him I already gave it to him.
He knew the business, he knew the risk.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, I think that'll be a good spot to leave off on till next week, as things are about to erupt into chaos.
Wait, they actually are? Do we low-key just fuck everything? Oh no.
I'm sure there's like some other perfectly valid way to go about this. We did the dodgiest, most fucked up ways possible.
Yeah.
Things are gonna get good.
Like, oh man, these two people who are criminals and they're working together. Let's turn them against each other.
It's the most efficient way too, because then they'll start throwing accusations with actual evidence behind them at each other.
Yeah.
Because they'll try to sink each other before the other one sinks them.
We planted the evidence.
Or, you know, their underlings will just attempt to kill each other.
Regardless, it will create enough chaos that the council will...
That the council will have to what?
And the council should have to do something about them.
Yes.
And the best part is, if one of them accuses the other one, they might launch a full-scale investigation into their house. Which might mean uncovering evidence. We've given them probable cause to search.
Damn, I'm good at my job.
Dude, I'm so hyped. I'm so glad I could finally do that as a change. Like, impersonate somebody like that.
Right?
I need to carry more sets of clothes on me in the future, because if you didn't wear a shabby cloak, I probably wouldn't be able to pass it then.
Not a bad idea.
Just so glad I could get that orb of scrying just to give us that little bit of a backup edge. So useful.
How much did that cost you? Because I wasn't here when we got it.
She let me have it on loan and was only going to cost me 50 gold to keep it for like 2 weeks. And then I gave her a gem worth 200 gold, and she said I could have it for 2 months instead.
Aren't orbs of scrying like really expensive?
Exactly, that's why it was the dangerous deal of the century, where if
I failed to bring it back.
it would be charged in full in that time frame.
There is no way that I'd be able to pay for something like that. That's why I gave her all that, you know, the enough coin to give me enough loan time that I could make use of it and then bring it back.
Because considering it's an orb that lets you scry an unlimited amount of times, I think probably easily 20,000 gold or more.
Yeah, probably.
Because I mean, like, any person would want that. Like, that is an amazing item.
Yeah, it's great. That's all I could think of was if I can't get like an orb of scrying or something, I'm gonna find scrolls of scrying and just buy a ton of them so we can keep using them.
I hate to tell you this, but 5th edition scrolls don't work like that. In fact, they're incredibly disappointing.
Ah, damn.
You have to be able to cast the spell, or it has to be on your class's spell. So you have to make a check to be able to cast a high-roll spell slot, then you can.
Ah, right, yeah.
It's very sad.
It is. That's right. I have my own pair of dimensional shackles now.
Oh my god.
We have a lot of pairs of dimensional shackles. These things will be useful for a long time, and they were free!
Tanya! You found clear evidence of slave trade. And a big amount of it about to happen, too.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know what the hell they're enslaving with these.
I just like our background conversations with all of this.
It was quite fucking beautiful.
Gotta have that roleplay, man. Gotta have that roleplay.
Yeah, I really do like how we adapt and like while somebody is talking to like Josh, the rest of us are like talking between each other on the way to things.
And everybody's still involved in playing.
Except for Yosef, who left because he realized that it was an investigation arc and he wouldn't be able to do anything except for watch.
Yeah. It sucks because that's the only reason why.
I don't think that's necessarily the case. But
What do you mean?
I don't.